beautiful land of the cynical. Before your eyes rise and fall from the pinnacle. What would you do for all the money in the gold? Prostitute your life for a hit of that blow. Yeah, star of the show, rock the fattest chain, wicked glow. The block's baddest, DBL-R, got the sickest flow. And if it's pimpin', best believe I got the baddest hoe. Heavy with the burner, bro, shots out the window. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Heavy with the burner, bro, shots out the window. Come again, yeah. Heavy with the burner, bro, shots out the window. Let's do it. Yeah, 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 yeah. It's DBL-R in the building. Let's go. Yeah. 20 pins. Well, let's go. Yeah. Money and power, I lusted like wet pussy. So it's death to any motherfucker that try to push me. It's been so long, once again it's on. The killer has arrived, you better tell him daddy's home. Yeah, I'm shooting with the chrome, gunning for the throne. Fuck them cocksuckers, catch shots to the dome. I'm on that revolution, gangbang, D-boy music. Get down and lay down to my hard rock movement. They pushing that step on. I'm good dope in the streets, turning new leaves and crushing them old beefs. Yeah, show them what I got, man, give it my all. First moment to stop fighting is the day you fall. Last call, hell no, bounce back from a fall. With my back against the wall, stood tall and said, fuck y'all. Bang a ball, under pressure, got them on the ropes. I squeeze tight to their necks and watch these niggas choke. America, the beautiful land of the cynical. Before your eyes rise and fall from the pinnacle. What would you do for all the money in the gold? Prostitute your life for a hit of that blow. Yeah, star of the show, rock the fattest chain, wicked glow. The block's baddest, DBL-R, got the sickest flow. And if it's pimpin', best believe I got the baddest hoe. Heavy with the burner, bro, shots out the window. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Heavy with the burner, bro, shots out the window. Come again, yeah. Heavy with the burner, bro, shots out the window. I'm in with this shit about that life. Dear Lord, don't let me die tonight. And should my soul take flight when I lay 6 feet? I'm good with Christ, my religion is deep. I said I'll be in with this shit about that life. Dear Lord, don't let me die tonight. And should my soul take flight when I lay 6 feet? I'm good with Christ, my religion is deep. We lust to play this game, shake and roll the dice to get a name in these streets. Lock up a graveyard, sacrifice attraction to this life. Some was raised in it, blinded by the light and fell a victim to the sickness, drugs and bitches, fast cars and hood riches. American hustle, hope to God they ain't snitching. Niggas don't listen or pay attention to warning signs. Niggas be pissed when they sentence with that heavy time. Caught up in that web, hunted by the feds. Game of cat and mouse, he said, she said. Wiretap surveillance, paid assassinations, pointing fingers. Who's a rat confirmed in a statement? Paid them hitters racks to seek out the location, make contact. 40 cal hollow tips get to blazing. Now the homie's dead, laid out in a puddle of red. I guess he took the wrong route and caught shots to the head with his new friends. Breaking bread with dirty paper, didn't read the writing on the wall, and it said danger. Be careful who you fuck with, don't talk to strangers. It's the ones that say they love you, be really them haters. And what lies between is jealousy and envy. I call them frenemies, even those kin to me. You know the saying, keep the enemies close. Why? Cause it makes it easy when that pistol smoke right. America, the beautiful land of the cynical. Before your eyes rise and fall from the pinnacle. What would you do for all the money in the gold? Prostitute your life for a hit of that blow. Yeah, star of the show, rock the fattest chain, wicked glow. The block's baddest, DBL-R, got the sickest flow. And if it's pimpin', best believe I got the baddest hoe. Heavy with the burner, bro, shots out the window. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Heavy with the burner, bro, shots out the window. Come again, yeah. Heavy with the burner, bro, shots out the window.
I'm telling Cap here that I got some good people working, huh? I need some butcher on it. You're gonna start wondering about me. Relax, man. What's your problem? I told you to come here, didn't I? Okay. I'm not a lawyer. He's a great Jewish but I need some space. Politicians, they like the dark faces so that they can scare the suburbs of the body fuck. Lawyers and states. I got the trifecta. 2 dealers and a girl who does the bust niggers and a guy called
Heavy with the burner, bro, shots out the window. Oh. Heavy with the burner, bro, shots out the window. Oh.
with the burner girl, shots out the window. Sometimes I don't answer my phone. Let it ring, ring, let it ring, ring. I don't answer my phone. I let it ring, 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 ring. Yeah, I be on my phone. I be handling my business. Y'all know I gotta get it. Work too hard to quit it. I be on my phone. My line is stays jumping. Don't waste time about nothing. All these hoes, they want something. Leave me on the line if you really need me. Yeah. And later on, I will get back to you. We'll see. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Stay off my phone. Stay off with that fake shit. I don't do that fake shit. Keep it away from that bullshit. I'm always on my phone. Said I make her feel alone. Who's on the other end? They must be so important. She said I'm always on my phone. Baby, what is going on? Who's on the other end? Do you got another bitch? Yeah. Sometimes I don't answer my phone. Let it ring, let it ring, ring. I don't answer my phone. I let it ring, ring, ring.
She think that something's going on, cause I'm always on my phone, up to no good with a God I'm doing her wrong. Hotline blinging, instant message from an old friend. It's been a long time, what's good, how you been? Would love to see you again, we should get together and look up. It was just words of friends until the candy crush. Hush, Facebook stalking, private eyes on my timeline. Hope you find what you're looking for, I've got nothing to hide. Try if you will, but you won't never crack my code, cause she ain't know I got two phones, one for the plug and one for the load. Nothing but bad hoes on my Instagram. Now she busted open to make it clap in real time. Snapchat attitude is reckless, cause I'm on my phone texting. But what about them other niggas on your inbox message? Love and affection turn to distrust and drama. Bitch, to answer your question, I'm on the phone with a mama.
Say I'm always on my phone. Said I make her feel alone. Who's on the other end? They must be so important. She said I'm always on my phone. Baby, what is going on? Who's on the other end? Do you got another bitch?
America, the beautiful land of the cynical. Before your eyes rise and fall from the pinnacle. What would you do for all the money in the gold? Prostitute your life for a hit of that blow. Yeah, star of the show, rock the fattest chain, wicked glow. The block's baddest, double R, got the sickest flow. And if it's pimpin', best believe I got the baddest hoe. Heavy with the burner, bro, shots out the window. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Heavy with the burner, bro, shots out the window. Come again, yeah. Heavy with the burner, bro, shots out the window.
Oh, there we go. So I'm sitting. So I said all that shit to y'all, and y'all didn't hear none of it. So we're gonna go ahead and do that, bro. I've sent it. I've sent it to there. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna just text this shit to you, bro, because it seems to be a little bit too difficult. You know how it is. People can't follow directions. But anyway, welcome to the PDX Dope Live Sunday edition. So anyway, this was supposed to be a podcast that I was doing with a buddy of mine's, Elijah Jackson. He came. He was like, "Hey man, you want to get do something?" And so anyway, he didn't show up, and it's just me. And I'm having a little technical difficulties right now. So one moment, please, and I'll be back with you people. All right. So I'm having some technical difficulties. Nothing's working out today like I had planned. I don't know what the hell's going on, but this is something new I'm trying to test out today on a Sunday. My buddy came up with the idea of us getting together and doing a podcast on Sunday. This is going to be a short show, but he didn't show up. And Elijah, he's my partner. He's with me normally on the Friday night show, but he didn't show up. So I'm trying to get a guest to come on in with me, friend of mine out in the DC area, singer, songwriter, SJW activist, Emmanuel Price. If we get him to get the link, you know, niggas don't follow directions too well sometimes. So it makes it a little bit tough to, you know, keep this thing steady. But we're going to go ahead and make it work though. So, how was everybody's holiday? I don't see no comments. Let me see. We're in here talking shit though. What's up? Am I on mute again? Okay. Can y'all hear me now? Am I on now? In the comment section. Cuddy, am I on? Big Body Griff. I believe it's already. That look crazy. Anyway, how was y'all's holiday? I didn't get my holiday was kind of corny. I didn't do nothing. I sit back, fell asleep. I didn't get nothing. But I don't really do too much on Christmas anyway. So I sat at the house and got fat and ate. Well, not really fat, but you know. But yeah, I got my buddy Emmanuel Price in the building. I'm gonna go ahead and bring him on. He was talking shit on the he was talking shit, always giving me grief about how I get things set up. You know, we always run into some kind of technical difficulties, you know, and once again, I get to try to get this brother on board, and then here we go with the technical difficulties. I haven't had any problems with the other podcast, but whenever I'm dealing with this motherfucker, it seems to pop off like this. So anyway, I want to give a shout out to the people to the 4 people that are that's watching right now. My cuddy Big Body Griff is in the building. Ebony is in the building, aka Ebbs, Big Body Griff, Glenda Harris in the building. What's happening with you guys? But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and bring my partner on. We're gonna chop it up and talk that shit. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, Emmanuel Price. And turn your camera sideways, nigga. What's happening with you?
Man, trying to
Sideways.
hear you.
What, you can't hear me?
I can hear you, but it is it's like low.
Really? Let me check something here. Here we go. Plug in and plug in.
Make wanna.
Nah, my mic volume. Let me turn it up. It still sound like that to you?
Huh?
It still sound low?
Yeah, you mad low.
Is it your phone?
No, nigga, I have a Pro Max 13, bro. That's
What that
your
mean?
setup.
No, it ain't my setup. I don't like none of this type of shit, man. Uh-oh.
Maybe I need to go grab my headphones.
Yeah, you might want to go do that. My mic gain got lower. How about that? Is that better, y'all? It seems
No.
like it ain't.
I mean, not for me. I got my volume all the way up.
Yeah, I got mine, but it's like my gain is going up and down.
Well, I'm gonna just have to just turn everything off and just listen, because
So can you hear me? I mean, you can hear me on the playback, but you couldn't hear me through your phone. Is that what you're saying?
no, I can hear you now, but it's hella low. It's like mad low.
Okay, so Nate says he can hear me good. All right, Glenda says so something's wrong with your Pro Max, nigga, whatever that is, that phone. Because
Sure.
I'm just saying, I'm getting the comments. They talking about this shit is working, nigga. So what's popping with you? How you been?
Say it again.
I said, "What's popping with you? How you been?"
Man, I'm good. Just got done watching Pittsburgh get smashed on,
Oh
and
yeah, man.
man, today was a cool day. It was like 60 some degrees. It was 66 degrees yesterday for
Mm-hmm.
Christmas. So I just been chilling at the house, bro. Just doing house stuff, doing my little workout, my little routine, saging, making sure everything's clean up and ready for the new year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it was snowing out these parts, brother.
It's snowing out there right now.
Well, it snowed this morning and shit, and they're talking about some kind of snow apocalypse thing going on. And you know how I do out here in Portland and start panicking. And it looked kind of crazy this morning, though. Dawn was over this morning, and it was kind of crazy for her driving back. Nigga, you wouldn't even imagine. It don't even look like it even snowed out here, damn near.
Y'all get one little snowflake and the whole damn town shut down.
Yeah, they talking about a state of emergency and all that. I don't know. Okay, so yeah, brother, you ain't got no. You got headphones? Because I
Yeah,
don't
I'm
know
gonna have to.
what's
What I'm
up
gonna have to
with your
do is
joint.
run downstairs in the garage and go grab them because they're in my car.
Uh oh.
How long? How
You know,
long this little show going on?
man, I'm gonna do it for about an hour, man. I'm gonna chop it up with the people. You can go ahead and do that and put up your avatar and go grab them.
What's your topics?
We're gonna talk about everything.
That's pretty vague.
I
But
know. I'm gonna be random with this shit, man. This is an open topic. Anybody out there got topics they want to talk about? You got anything you want to talk? We've been talking about everything for the last 13 weeks. So shit, we can revisit some things too.
right,
You
let
know
me
what I
go.
mean?
I'm gonna go grab my headphones real quick, and I'll probably be back up here like 4 or 5 minutes.
Yep, that's cool.
What I do? Just log back on.
Yeah, you can either
I'm gonna
push.
just leave my phone here. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I'll pull you out of the studio
All right.
when you get back. But anyway, yeah. So we're gonna get his situation together. He's saying that he can't really hear me. I'm like, y'all say the sound is solid on y'all's end, so all right, we're gonna go with that. But yeah, where is Jaxx though? Just totally, he must have passed out or something. I don't know what's going on with that dude though. But Big Body Griff, I'm finished. What you doing right now? You working? Yeah, I know iPhones do suck. I mean, I know a lot of people that have them. Their cameras are dope though. I'll give them that. The cameras are real dope. But I don't know. What do we have here though? So what's up with the Niners, man? Are we going to the playoffs? We look like we sucked like the iPhone, like a dirty porn star. It's terrible for the 49ers, man. I don't even really like calling my team no more, bro. They bad, bro. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with that joint. So you think we gonna limp our way into the playoffs to 49ers? And then my secondary team, and I call them my secondary team because I like Lamar Jackson, the Ravens. Them brothers, they just been ravaged with injuries, and so I think Lamar is out, and they lost today to the Bengals 41-21. So I mean, for a minute I thought they was gonna be hot, but it looked like they falling the fuck off. Yeah. Buccaneers, they beat the Panthers. I think Cam started in that. They smoked them 32-6. The Bills beat the Patriots 33-21. But the Patriots look like they got action. They're going to the playoffs. So they turned it around over there without Tom Brady. Chiefs win. They beat the Steelers 36-10. That's what Emmanuel was talking about. The Bears actually beat the Seahawks. So the Seahawks is just all the way over. Um, I don't think Russell Wilson's going to be with the Seahawks next season. And it looks like them Raiders, they won 17-13 over in the division game over the Broncos. I guess that was cool. But whatever. Yeah, we hold the wild card spot for now, but I think Seattle losing helps us out on that. Yeah, I'm not. I mean, I guess I'm gonna probably get back into the whole football thing when the playoff starts. It's kind of like with basketball too. You know, I wait until after All Star break before all of that, any of that stuff even gets interesting. You know, right now for me, I've been kind of pulling my hair out when it comes to boxing because I'm big on boxing right now in the welterweight division, and you got a couple. Well, you got it's just the politics and that shit. It's a whole bunch of bullshit. So never I get an undisputed champion over there. Errol Spence won't fight Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford act like he want to fight him, but politics is real stupid though. So all we got to do is win the last two games, and then we in. Playing against who? Playing against like Tampa or some goddamn body, or Green Bay. Green Bay looks good too. Jokers be killing in the game. You up?
Yeah, I can hear you now. You loud and clear. I don't know what you did, but
I didn't do nothing, brother.
When I was when I was getting ready to go to the car, your shit just turned up loud.
It did. It's going in and out, kind of. Is it still?
No, it's
I don't
loud as
know.
hell now. It's clear now. Before it was going in and out. I couldn't hear shit.
Right.
So,
I don't. I just
closer.
bought this this Yeti Nano mic and shit. So I don't know, and it was kind of going. I'm learning it. So.
Oh, so the mic isn't.
Yeah, it's pretty new. It's solid though, but everybody else could hear me. You couldn't, so I don't know what was going on with that.
I mean,
Maybe your shit is just. Say again.
I'm in the nation's capital. That's probably why.
Oh yeah, they bugging your shit out there.
Ain't finna get shit.
So what's happening with your prez out there, man? How is Biden holding it down out there in DC for y'all?
First
for
of all,
us Americans.
Let's be clear.
Okay, say it again.
Numero uno, I don't vote. That's not my president. I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican. I am not an independent. I don't believe in that system. I have not voted in 11 years, and I'm awfully proud of that. So Biden, he is out here. He is in office. He's doing whatever he needs to do, lying and reneging on him and Kamala reneging on deals.
You know, I don't see why he fucking with her to begin with, man. She called him a rapist during the Democratic when they were primaries, when they were running to see who was going to get the nod. And she said she supported the victims, and now she is, she the vice president. I don't see how that works. But
you would say anything to claim that $1 million lottery ticket if you know you ain't got it, but you got a chance of getting it. You would say, "Oh yeah, that's mine. Look on the back. I signed it."
Like, yeah, I got you, but guess what though, bitch? You ain't finna be on my ticket and put me out there like that. You be sniffing hair and shit.
They got everybody out here, drinking the Kool-Aid, waving the blue flag or the red flag, wherever they left or right.
Yeah.
It's the same old shit it was 15, 20 years ago when Reagan or Clinton or Obama was president. Nothing's changed. It's the same agenda, just a different puppet.
Yeah, I think it's always been that. I just think that it's kind of crazy with like all the identity politics that's going on. And then you have people, fighting over shit that, it's like, if you don't agree, you disagree to disagree, and that's not even a thing no more. It's like motherfuckers is ready to gangbang on you, politics. It's
Oh yeah.
like gang banging, you know, like fuck it. You
Mhm.
don't agree with my politics. If you go for this motherfucker over there and it's not with what I'm with, then
We're
you
gonna
know you're
cancel.
gonna get
cancel.
yeah, cancel. That's it.
Yeah, they love doing that. That's that new school shit. Like they just canceling niggas for any and everything.
I mean, so cancel culture, where did this cancel culture come from? You know, because it's really prevalent in today's society right now. And so is that a derivative of the whole Me Too movement thing, or where does that come from? If anybody can help out, I would be interested to find it out because it's a big thing now.
Yeah, I definitely don't know. I
You
don't.
say,
I couldn't even. I couldn't even. I couldn't even tell you where the foundation started. Like
and
I would say, thanks to social media, it's really been taken off. People are being held accountable, but
I mean, I
it's just
think
bad.
people should be held accountable though, but it's like some of this shit, like 25 years ago, a motherfucker say something that's crazy or write a crazy article, and then you know it come back to haunt them. You know, like people, as if people don't grow or evolve or become better people than what they were at one point or another, and then you know it's like you get your whole career ruined by
Mhm.
you know some shit you said or some shit you did. You know what I mean? Like a long time ago, and you know it's like you
Yeah,
lose money, revenues, and things like that. And I think it's
should be
kind
a
of
stat.
fucked up.
You think there should be a statute of limitations on that, like of canceling culture, or do you think there should be like a time with or a ban on that where you can't go back 10 years, you can't go back 15 years, you can't go back 20 years, or
I think
because if
in
that's the case, like, we have to hold everybody accountable.
right. I think that to a certain level, I guess we have to just. I think it's how we think about this shit. The whole perception of people is like, oh, you said it can't just be the whole thought process of the whole nation. We just gonna cancel a motherfucker just because a certain group of people feel a certain way about some shit, you know, and that's whoever it is, you know. So fuck that. No, is it sounding low now?
No, it went out, but you came back in,
It went out.
just for like a split second, but I can hear you now.
That can be the internet thing. So
Nigga got that cricket.
fuck out of here. Niggas they rocking with cricket. I got that Metro PCS though. That good T-Mobile though.
That Quest dial up.
Shit, nigga.
But if we're talking about, I mean, just because of the topic of the conversation, if we talking about cancel culture and a time with or a time ban on when you can, hold somebody, accountable for whatever it is, like let's go ahead and go on back to 1849 and let's start there. Because if that's the case, every Caucasian American needs to be held accountable for all the stuff that their forefathers, grandfathers, great grandfathers have done to benefit on the backs of our people. But
Okay.
is there a time
Is
limitation on that? I mean, is there a time limitation on, let's say, for example, rock and roll, Elvis Presley, cancel culture? He was marrying and fucking little bitches 13 and 14 and marrying and singing about it, writing the songs, but he wasn't a rapo. He was a rock star. But nobody really pulled his ass to the carpet. So like,
yeah. I mean,
let's talk about it.
there's a number of stars that we can go. I mean, that you can probably pull up information that was public, that was public knowledge at the time. You know, but I think culturally things are a lot different and shifted from that being an acceptable behavior. And even back then, it wasn't even acceptable, to a certain degree. But you did have situations where old ass motherfuckers was marrying young girls or whatever,
Mhm.
and that was the thing to do. And so, but yeah, going back and pull. I mean, when it pertains to something like that, I think that there's never should be a statute. I mean, I guess legally there will be, but I mean, if somebody has factual information, videotape or something like that happening or whatever, then it's going to be what it is. But just hearsay, my word against you, and all that kind of stuff, like how what happened to Bill Cosby, for instance, because he got canceled. Oh, what about that? He didn't do that to that man.
Like,
Good catch.
I mean, I don't know. Like, look, they canceled Lil Bill, but he beat the charges. And then now they're trying to like hold that shit over his head again. Like we want a retrial. So
Are
it's
they
like
really
I
trying to
don't.
go at him again? But it's the same.
Yeah.
So is it the same lady?
I read something maybe like a month or something ago, and they were talking about reopening the case or having him try it again because white America was not happy with the results, basically. So I'm sure they're gonna try to reopen that case again to like add some fuel to that fire, just to I don't know whether it's to showcase people like, oh,
You
we did a
said
thorough
something.
investigation.
You said white America wasn't satisfied, or was it the prosecutors? Because I don't necessarily believe that all Americans, white or whatever, would necessarily agree with the situation with him.
It was both.
You think?
I think so.
I mean, like, so you think they had it out for Bill?
I don't want to say I don't think they had it out for Bill. I think allegedly he was just a little bit reckless in what he was doing, and
Quelo
sometimes
for another Quelo.
right. And when you have your, it's like white girls in America. It's like when you have your way in America and you can do anything you want, carte blanche, and nobody ever calls you on the shit that you're doing. And once you finally get called to it, you're made aware to the mistakes you've made. You're like, oh, I didn't mean it. I didn't do that. And everybody was consensual. I love black dick. I just want to fuck all the black guys.
Oh shit!
But 4 months ago, you talking about you throwing up gang signs and saying nigga this and nigga that. But now you crying all that white fragility. But you can't. Once your coattail is pulled to it, it's like either you have to acknowledge it and move on, or you just kind of let your team fight for you. And I think that's what happened. If I can kind of paraphrase, like I'm not gonna say he was guilty. I'm not gonna say he was not guilty. I don't know, but I will say I know we get reckless and we get accustomed to the things that we are doing. And sometimes, not to say that we feel like we're bigger than God, but we feel like we can't be touched when we've been doing things for so long. So it's like when somebody is questioning your behavior, now you have to go sit back and reevaluate all the things I did, all the things I said, who I said it to, who was around me, who did I offend. And in that, you got another party over here, adding gasoline, putting a battery in your back, like, yo, he did this, he said this, he said this. So it's the same thing. White girls get sad, they want to cry them little white tears. No, I didn't do it, and I loved Ray Ray, and I love emailing. Like, bitch, no, you fucked the whole crew, and now you done fuck somebody baby dad. Now this bitch want to beat your ass, and now you crying and talk about you love black men, like when you've been fucking niggas for the last 25 years. I mean, it's not the same, but you kind of get what I'm saying.
Right. I mean, well, I don't know. I just feel like, Bill Cosby. I don't know, man, what's really going on with that whole thing. I just know that he got out of it, And I have heard things about the prosecutors want to get at him. I'm finna pull up.
I mean, but look at Orenthal.
He got canceled.
Right.
But he's still.
Also,
But he's still out there though. He out there.
Yeah, he's still out here. He's still out here doing, like, for example, when he got caught up with the whole, if the glove don't fit, it must quit. He did all
but
that.
they still called him a murderer though. He's still a murderer, right? I mean, well, that's what everybody believes.
He was so used to living his life so careless and free and doing whatever he wanted to do. When his trophies and all his accolades got stolen, he went to go steal them back and ended up getting locked up for something as minute. You know what I mean? So
yeah. That was some get back though. I think they was really trying to get back at Bill Cosby for beating them on that other shit. So they was doing a favor or something, gave him some,
his own memorabilia, and they locked his ass up. But also, OJ was probably a little bit reckless too, had money and could do whatever he wanted, whenever he wanted, to whoever he wanted, and had a crew around him who would protect him. But
well, yeah, when Bill Cosby, he was the Supreme Court, they overturned his sexual assault conviction. They saying the disgraced actor due to process rights were violated. So his due process rights were violated, and that's why he was released. Actually,
Yeah, that's what I read and honestly, it is a technicality, but it's a legal technicality. So it's like because of that, you guys have to give him his rightful due process or the rightful due process.
They said in their opinion that the former Montgomery County District Attorney's decision to not prosecute Cosby in 2005 in return for his deposition in a civil case was ultimately used against him at trial. So I think I remember something about that when that was happening. It was in the news actually too.
But if I'm paying my attorneys, you know, 100,000 per every 6 months or what, it's probably more than that. But if I'm giving you this buku money, it's your job to thoroughly know the law, to thoroughly have an open investigation, to do a habeas corpus or whatever the fuck you need to do to make sure I get off, and don't have me drag back in here on some technicality when I'm paying you as an attorney, as a representative of the law, for you to do what you're supposed to do. Like, you're supposed to know everything. Like, if somebody asks
So
me to write a hook, they say, hey, bro, I need you to write this hook. I need you to write a song for me or sing at my wedding, blah, 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 blah. I'm going to make sure I got material. I'm going to make sure if I need a band, if I need an instrumental, I'm going to do everything I know that I need in order to execute this and give this person the best possible music selection or whatever it is they deserve.
well, he got the
That's
money
just
to
me.
pay for that type of representation. Absolutely.
So they have to do their job. Do your due diligence. Like, do your job. Because what am I paying you for if y'all just gonna drag me back in here on a technicality because I didn't dot the I on top of I didn't dot the I in BILL or some shit like that, or I forgot to
My
leave out my
thing
middle.
is, but why?
It's
I
bullshit.
mean, he's 83 now, so at this point, I mean, what are we doing? You know, when it comes to
Making an
Mr.
example.
Cosby. I mean, but shit, man, like he's 83, bro. And we were just like on Friday night's podcast, we did a show and we were talking about this kid in Colorado um who killed, the truck incident where he got 110 years. You hear about that
Right.
story? And
Yeah, I
so,
did. I've been on it here and there. Like, his brakes failed apparently, and that's why he ended up getting into that terrible accident.
oh, that's what Don said. Grown folks talking without yelling. She's referencing to the Friday night podcast. It was Liddy. When Terrence and Don get to going, man, this shit get,
Oh yeah,
Terrence,
I missed you.
yeah,
You gotta start linking me in, bro, because
yeah. I'll send it. Yeah, man. Just trying to get this shit rolling right. And it's
y'all be
been,
on the West Coast. Y'all be on West Coast time zone.
yeah, but I also put up the East Coast time zone for 11:45 because we go on at like 8:45 on the West. So
Okay.
that's 11 on the East. So I said people be emotional. Yeah.
What's up, Don? Princess Elsa.
Yeah. Or Petty LaBelle is what she's called herself.
Not Petty LaBelle.
Yeah. That was one of the handles for the original idea for a podcast. But
So how many personalities you guys have?
I have altogether, as include myself, is 5 of us, but I'm doing different shows. You know what I mean, with a different mix of people to try to, I don't want to just get stagnant and bored with just, that's my Friday night crew. I mean, I have guests on that show as well. I can have like up to 10 people in the deal. I haven't had a open forum yet where I presented the just put it out there on the link and then say, tap in and then you can be on the show. But that's one of the things I'll be doing coming up here. So that people who want to talk or jump in, they could just tap in. As a matter of fact, I'm going to put that in the banner.
Okay, you, Terrence, and Don.
Yep, and then Ivory and Elijah.
Oh, y'all be talking.
Yeah, well, there's some of us talk more than others, but it's one of those things you got to check it out. You got to check it out. I ain't finna say no names. I'm gonna leave that for the next show because I don't want to put them out there.
Himself.
Hey man, like I said, man, it's my motherfucking show. I'm gonna be the one doing all the talking. You know what I'm saying? And I mute niggas' mics and pull them off the screen if they get out of pocket.
I
I
bet
got
you do.
control. You goddamn right. Fuck
It's
you.
going to be Tony Sotomayor.
Yeah, all day. You know that's one of my favorites. Tommy Sotomayor. I like Star, Troy Terrain, and I like but then I got boxing podcasts and shit that I listen to, like Ring IQ and shit, and a couple of them. But those is my like the two dudes who I follow the most though and listen to. No, don't necessarily agree with all this shit, but the motherfuckers are entertaining, you know. And this is it's definitely ain't no easy shit. And I'll see what they.
That's true.
Yeah, right, Don. That's exactly the point. Some new shit, you know. I don't want people just burnt out on this shit. Like, oh, I'm tired of this same old recipe, man. You know, it's like, gotta mix the ingredients up a little bit.
Same old chicken noodles.
Chicken noodles. It's just filet mignon in this motherfucker.
Who's just on? Just me and you? Is Dawn on?
She's on. They're in there. They're watching it. So it's like they're commenting and all that kind of stuff on the side. But I'm. Let me.
Oh, I see somebody.
So if motherfuckers want to clap in though, but we have some real good success though, bro. On a few of our shows, you know, had a lot of views and engagement and stuff like that. Should be it's solid and it's getting out to different people. We even had like this racist ass clan motherfucker trolling in some more shit, bro.
So you could broadcast nationwide, and anybody can just you have to send them a link, or you just go live.
I go live, and so when I go live, they can go to the YouTube link, I usually broadcast on Facebook Live, so they can go to either platform. And so what I normally do is before the show, I'll tag people, you know, a random amount of people. But what I've been trying to do, I mean, when I do that, I get a real good response. But when I just go up and I don't really tag people, like today, I didn't really tag people, but I didn't have as many people as it would be on a Friday night or something like that. But I put it up, Facebook, YouTube. I also got a Twitch account, but I don't do that platform as much. You can access it on your phone, and if you want to be on screen, then I would have to send the link out, you know, to people and stuff, and then they can tap in the link just like how you did, and then they're on the screen and they, you know, chop it up or whatever. I've been working on getting the phone line together, so that I can have call-ins, but that didn't work too well.
Yeah, next time I'm gonna have to be whenever the next one is, I'm
the Friday night ones. Yeah, the Friday night one is the one.
I could be prepared to comment or listen.
Well, so with the Friday night one, they're usually more structured, and we usually have topics already together, and so I mail that out to the guests and to the co-hosts, you know, prior to the show. We link in about 8:30ish and do like a pre conversation about what the show is going to be about, and then pull everybody off. You know, introduce.
You got some structure. I was tapping in like, "Hey, I'm here, y'all."
Yeah. I'm trying to be, man. I mean, it ain't gonna work for me if a nigga be all off key and shit like that. And so, like for this was kind of like a last minute thing, and then Jaxx, you know, he was supposed to be on the show with me, and I'm gonna keep on saying that though, and I'm gonna tag him in this video when I'm done.
What's up? Where he at? What's up with Jaxx?
That nigga fell asleep or something. I don't know. He got busy or whatever. Yeah. But nigga, you know what I'm saying? Like, fuck you saying. All right, so there go the link. They can, like, you see the link on the bottom right there. So if anybody want to hop in and chop it up, they can hit that link right there to the StreamYard to this little small conversation we have right here at all.
What else is good? What y'all got going for the new year?
Yeah, Don, I tried to call in too. What I got going on for the New Year's, bro? Nothing. Just trying to make it out of 2021.
Y'all shut down? Y'all back on the fucking COVID shutdown?
Bro, to be honest with you, I don't know what's what. We wear masks. We back at work. You know, half my staff works remote. and then the other half works in the office. So, and I work primarily in office myself.
Yeah, they finna shut us down again.
Really?
Yeah. DOWN.
Yeah. Well, it's
I mean,
it's
I mean, DC is one of the hot spots. So like, mad niggas is like, I mean, I ain't surprised. It's the same thing a couple years ago. So yeah, they finna do the whole max. I mean, the max mandate has already been up, but yeah, they finna shut everything down again. I think starting January 4th. I think I read that somewhere out here.
January 4th.
Europe, right around the corner.
Yeah, nah, man. I'm done with it. I mean, well, I could say I'm done with it, but I just when I say that, it's just like this is what it's going to be. So I don't even care anymore. You know what I'm saying? It's like you gotta wear a mask. You gotta wear a mask. That's just what it's going to be.
I mean, I'm a
I
homebody.
mean, yeah, that's why I've been lucky enough. I haven't got the shit. So
You
knock
you
on
vaxxed up,
wood. Huh?
you vaxxed up and boosted up.
Double tap. Getting my boost actually either this week or next week. I work for a clinic, so I think I can walk in and go get it. But yeah, I'm vaxxed up, but yeah, I got to get that. That's my next maneuver. Because shit, in the next few
Yeah,
months, a nigga got to get the vax again. Is that how that works, or do you get it one time? I mean, or the two times, and you good for how long? Or the booster is? So I
at
don't
this
know.
point, you getting double vax, you getting double boosted up, and people are still getting COVID. Like to me, it's just like, why am I getting vaxxed? Why am I getting these boosters if I'm gonna turn around in 14 days with type A symptoms? So I haven't gotten vaxxed. I've taken like 10
Oh, this
COVID
nigga
tests.
got
All of
that.
them have been negative. They've all
Right,
been
right, right,
negative,
right.
bro. But I just feel like if I need it, it'll be there if and when I need it. And prior to even the vaccines coming out, like before the vaccine even came out, when people were testing positive left and right, they're saying stay at home, quarantine, take
Hmm.
OTC, over the counter meds, and just quarantine yourself for 14 days and you'll be good. So for me, if it's like if I can self heal myself without this vaccination, I don't really foresee myself going in and getting the vaccination
Hmm.
prior to COVID-19, and prior to the vaccination being present. Like if I can self heal myself, I'm good. Just off of just first blush, like, oh, my natural mind says that. But luckily, thank God, I've tested negative on everything. I haven't had any symptoms, but I'm a hypochondriac anyway. So if I get a cough or a sniffle, I'm running to Kaiser. But yeah, all my tests been negative, all of them.
Okay. Well, I've been good Gucci, and
But
I got it. I had to get it done because my parents. I mean, for myself, whatever anybody's. I'm not arguing with nobody why they don't got the motherfucking vaccine. I just felt like for me, that's something I had to do. I mean, I didn't at
right,
first when it came out. I was skeptical, like most people are now. But I work in that industry, and I just, it was something that I felt like I wasn't going to take a chance because people dying from this shit. And that was my mentality. Well, and ain't no telling how
so
I'm going to respond to it if I was to get the shit. So that said, I mean, I eat well. I try to do my best, but you know what it is, man. I done seen healthy motherfuckers die from this thing, or
right.
people that have pre-existing conditions. So I wasn't gonna take no chances. For me, I wasn't scared about none of the other shit that everybody else is worried about. So there you have
So
it.
do they make out here? Well, probably out there too. But if you have like over 50 employees, like over 100 employees, they're making all employees test. But
Yes.
they make
Yeah.
everybody test. Are you guys doing the weekly test, like the rapid testing? Like you come in and get your test this week,
That's only for
every time?
people. That's only for non-vaccinated people who
No, it's
got,
vaccinated too. Well,
yeah,
out
they
here it's
don't.
for.
It's for both out
Mhm.
there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
even in the school system, like vax or not, you still got to come in and do a rapid test. I just interviewed at this charter school. They was telling me like how they do the testing, and I was like asking them like, okay, are you guys requiring all of your staff to be vaxxed? So like, yes, we're requiring our staff to be vaxxed, and on top of that, weekly or bi-weekly, we have them come in and do an immediate rapid results test. So I was like, okay. So I was just wondering because I know that it's a mandate out here where they're making companies with like 50 or more employers do it, but it makes
Yes.
sense because you in the field.
Yeah, they make for us, they put the mandate on. That was back like in October, but I had already got my vaccination, so I wasn't even a concern of mine at that time. But you once you're fully vaccinated, you know, you don't get tested. We do have to fill out like this survey thing, a symptom like log of how we're feeling when we come in office or whatever. And if we have any of those, and we have to report those every day. And for those who are not vaccinated, I have to, you know, take their temps and shit like that and make sure that, you know, and if they temps at 100, I got to send them home. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of, it's crazy. But so Nate was saying right here, he's like, because people act like because they got vaccinated, they can run around free, but you can't. And that's true. You can't. But then what's the point of getting a vaccine? Some people would say it's like, if I'm vaccinated, am I supposed to be safer? You know what I'm saying? When it comes to that, I mean, that's what the only reason why I took the shit. You know what I'm saying? As far as how I look at it.
But that's how people really think. Oh, I got the vaccine. I'm cool now. I'm finna go to Cancun. I'm finna do this. I'm finna do that. Like, it's not. You're not. What's the right word? I'm not immune deficient, but your immune system is just not so great where just because you got the vax, you can go do whatever the hell you want to do. Like, that don't give you carte blanche just to go be turning up every Thursday, every Taco Tuesday and do whatever the fuck you want to do. No, nigga, sit your ass down.
Yeah, no, I'm still limited because motherfuckers is nasty. So, you know, I feel like this. You know what I'm saying? I had a whole bunch of bottles. Quick little story. I had a whole bunch of bottles, was taking them back. I went there and I looked at all the motherfuckers in the bottle line, and it's like I could visually see COVID. And I was like, fuck that. I'm not taking my bottle back. I got in the car and did it. Fuck out of here.
I had my max today at 7-Eleven, and I was buying like some sparkling water or something, and the dude was like, yo, can you buy these? And I had my mask up, bro. And he was like, can you buy? I was like, I ain't got no change, sir. But, and I was judging, but bro, the way he looked and smelled, I was just like, nigga, you got COVID, bro.
You got it too if you smelled the motherfucker.
For real. And you in here with no mask, my nigga? Like,
no.
Man. But you know, then again, like I don't argue with science. Like, I do believe the science behind it. I'm not gonna sit here and be like all high and mighty, like, oh, my immune system is not compromised. No, nigga, like science is pivotal.
And Nate says, yeah, but when you get a gun, you don't run around and shooting people. Well, some people do.
Some people do.
You know, some people do that. But I get your point, though. You know, I mean, like, just because you get the vaccine don't mean you should just run out there into it, because I mean, we don't have it under control, though. Like my parents, I mean, you really can't even go over there if your ass is unvaccinated, and you can't go over their house. They ain't having it.
Yeah, I don't.
Most of the people, where I go. Do they have see, like some places out here, you have to have your vaccination card on you and get checked to go into some businesses, bro.
Like this, they started that up again January 4th. Even before they started up, like earlier this year, like the end of summer, I was trying to go out to a couple of bars with a couple of my partners, and you know, I had the mask and all that, and they was like, "You got your card?" And I'm like, "Nope." And they started doing that even before the mandate came back out. So they're not letting people in the bars, restaurants, parks, club venues. They shut everything down. Yeah, because people who are vaxxed are out here going fucking crazy, but also people who are not vaxxed are still trying to go out here and be crazy and do everything. So it's like, I'm cool, I'm good at home, where I'm most safe.
Well, I mean, I definitely understand that, because even being vaccinated, for me, you know, I just don't put myself in. I mean, I kind of measure, you know, and manage how much I'm out. The most I'm out is when I'm at work, you know, or if I'll go to the gym or whatever, but I don't have, you know, a lot of people at the crib anyway, you know. So I just really try to manage it in that way, as far as limit the type of shit that I do. You know, I never really, like you say, homebody. I usually like to be at home, and you know, if I catch this shit, I feel like I'm getting it from either work or one of them nasty motherfuckers didn't slip through security at my house and wasn't vaccinated.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, it's the same. Look, not very much company. Just because I moved out here, my lifestyle still the same. I'm probably more low key. really because of this pandemic than anything. But
Oh yeah, the pandemic helped that shit. I mean, it really shut a nigga down. I mean, I was already that way.
For people like us, it really didn't. I was talking about my sisters about this the other day. Like the pandemic, I was like, oh, that's cool. Like I'm a homebody anyway, so it's not like I'm out here ripping and running every chance I get. But for people who can't sit still and got to be doing something and run around every 15 minutes and run over to the homie's house or run over here to the studio or run over here to get chicken wings or run over here to see the fight,
right.
Really they can't.
Nah, so for me, man, I just I just basically, for me, when we first went into the lockdown, I was like, it was cool because it was a novelty kind of thing because we didn't work. I mean, I can work from home anyway. I have a laptop, but when it became this is what's going to be my norm for like 4.5, 5 months, bro. At the end of this shit, bro, I was ready to go back to the office. I mean, I'm going to always be a homebody, but that routine for me, that me mentally, I have to have that routine, getting up in the morning, doing my thing, going to work, getting dressed and doing that shit. And it was hard after 4 months being at home, working from home. You had came to visit during that time, nigga. You here, I'm sitting up here like, man, it's like, oh man, it's sunny outside, shit. Nigga, I want to get out, do some shit. Like, fuck is you talking about, man? And
I was upstairs in Jamari's room, chilling.
Right. With the squirrels dancing on the ceiling like Lionel Richie and this motherfucker.
I just want to just boom.
Talking about, whoa. That's why I moved rooms, Jesus. Like just dancing on the ceiling, bro.
Nigga, from 5 a.m. to 11 a.m. I said, I might as well get up. Get up now, hobble downstairs.
Look, I just slept in his room the other day because I was super drunk and passed out, walked from this to the office into the room and just passed out. And then I was laying in the bed, just feeling it the next morning. Then I heard that mother just kept on going. I was like, I mean, I just wish I could just jump up there, nigga, and fight all them motherfuckers, though. Right now,
it's not cool. They like, we here, we up, nigga, get up. Get your ass up.
So what did Nate said, the shot protects you. If you see most people with the shot, when they catch it, it's not as bad as the ones that catch it without the shots. Well, if that's the positive about that damn shot, then I'm gonna go with it. But what you say, vaccinated people have been dying too. They absolutely have been. So what are we talking about? This fucking nigga. So I'll be you not vaccinated, I'm vaccinated. We just gonna figure this shit out somewhere down the middle. Eventually, when motherfuckers start having wings and shit growing out their damn heads and shit from the vaccine.
Turning
young motherfuckers like you. Right.
The CDC, like 3 months ago, excuse me, the CDC had something on their website that said it was saying referring to the COVID vaccine and blah 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 about zombie-like behaviors and to look out for A, B, C, and I should have saved it and pulled it up, but they had it was right on the front page talking about those behaviors.
Okay, so like with Facebook, or if you post anything about COVID, they put that little thing on your post. If you mention, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And so like, and it happens like with this video or whatever, they will pull your shit down. You know what I'm saying? If you like, say for instance, a conspiracy theorist, when it comes to you don't believe you're anti-vaxxer or whatever, that they demonize those kind of people though, but they will down throttle your views and stuff like that and limit your your reach. They'll limit your reach. Yeah, Facebook does it too. Yeah, it's crazy as fuck.
You're not finna go against science or Dr. Fauci. You're not finna go against the masses of what they're saying. And anything, even if I type something on Instagram and if I type in ass, it won't let me post it. So I have to go back and reword it. So it's like they have these algorithms that are strictly that are doing what they're supposed to do, which is kind of disseminating information, keeping this bullshit out. And if you're not basically agreeing to what we're talking about, no, get off our platform.
Okay, speaking of which, since you brought that up about how the algorithm works, So do you know, like with a few of my shows, I'm with, I have my album playing on there, nigga. I got copyright strike for playing my own music on fucking YouTube.
How is that even possible?
Yeah, it's possible. And it happened like 4 times, where I'm going back and forth writing them emails like, so like, what the fuck, man? This is my shit. Like that'll fuck with your monetization and shit like that with making money. So that's why a lot of these dudes do super chats or they'll do Cash App to have people donate to their shit because YouTube will hold your money up for shit like that, bro. I played Jamari shit. I got permission from the artist, nigga. Them copyright strike, nigga. You
Yeah,
got too
that's my
many of
shit.
them, you can't go. You
That's
can't
going.
go up.
Yeah. You gonna
Yeah, if
monetize
I
it
played
by
your shit, if I played your video right now, your YouTube, if I played your video on the show today, they're gonna do it's gonna do a sound like this thing, bro, and your shit's gonna sound weird, and then I'm gonna get a copyright strike.
so with
Straight up.
that, like, do they send you an email as the artist, or do they contact you to say, hey, does this person have permission to use your
No,
songs?
that's all handled by your distributor publishing. So I was on the phone with CD Baby or emailing back and forth with them talking about this very problem or whatever, and they were telling me that when that happens, that all I need to do is dispute the fucking claim. But it's like, you know, I'm gonna dispute the claim, but it's like, why do I have to
But,
keep on doing that though? It's my shit. You're gonna be
right.
my page
And then
is connected with my name. Why do I have to still deal with that? So
again,
I mean,
they should be the ones disputing it for me. Y'all as a third party, it's the same thing. Like if I'm getting if I'm getting reprimanded for playing my music, but it's not going directly to me, it's going to CD Baby, and CD Baby's telling me what I have to do. No, CD Baby, I paid you $150 to put me on all these platforms, so you should have to do that because I don't
are,
have the necessary, not the bandwidth, but I don't have all the information that you are privy to go type
oh,
and contact people.
so let me ask you this. You mentioned CD Baby. So are you still fucking with them exclusively? I mean, I have been, but on these
Mhm.
other projects and stuff, um, hey man, they taking a lot of money from a brother, man. I'm gonna send you a couple of links. I want you to check out the videos and the information, but the money that they take, you know what I mean? It's like man, it's like
Yeah, I still
9%.
fuck with them. Like I haven't like got a check from them in maybe a few years, but that's more or less just because I ain't been like promoting my music. But the little checks I got, bro, it was like at least $70. Probably got like two or three
Yeah.
of them.
I got 2 checks that I lost around here, but they've expired. And I was hitting them about that because I had to update my banking information. They said we can't give you no more money until you update your tax information. So that's when I got into all that shit, and I start talking about how y'all fucking up my plays. Because if I can't promote my own music on my podcast, the maximum. That's that's kind of fucked up for me. You know what I mean? Shit, I ain't making no money yet. I'm trying to get off the ground, but they
There
gonna
you go.
make sure you shut down.
Oh yeah, they're gonna make sure you
Bro,
shut down. Do your fucking trabajo. Do your job, friend. Do your fucking job. That's just like Bill Cosby attorneys. Do your job. Like
man.
I don't need to read the fine print. You're supposed to read the fine print.
Yeah, I think I almost got to get a lawyer with that shit though. But yeah, with the CD Baby thing, I was learning. I was doing some digging, bro, and they were like comparing like TuneCore, CD Baby, DistroKid, different streaming platforms, distributors or whatever, and the benefits and the cheaper ones or the ones that you know work better. You know what I mean? And they
Who
was
you
kind
with?
of getting
Who
in
you
on
with now?
CD. I'm still with CD Baby for the newer stuff that I'm releasing though, bro. I don't think I'm gonna go with them because I was gonna re-release the Venom album and add a bonus track on there, but I think I had a problem with them. I don't want to release it on there, bro. I'm cool. Nah, nigga. We got this shit together, right? You bitch. Let me tell you.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, but I did explain that to the people who was there watching about how we always have technical difficulties. We managed to get it done somehow, some way, but and it's like, and I said I ain't had not one problem with the fucking podcast. Minor at that, at best, everything working smooth. This nigga comes on, Here we go again. And then he talking about a nigga plug and play. Hold on, check
I was
that.
like,
1,
fuck,
2,
here
1,
we go.
2.
He
Like,
said,
dude,
"Is my mic on?"
look.
Nigga said,
And I start getting out, and then the people was on, we on live, and it's like I'm getting hot around the neck. I'm like, oh, this is so embarrassing right now. Them little niggas is watching the nigga like,
nigga, get it together. Like, nigga.
hey, but they see, man. They see I'm committed, man. I'm gonna make this shit happen. Y'all gonna see. You know what I'm saying? But they like this shit was kind of jumbled at the beginning. But yeah,
Yo,
Jaxx
while I
didn't
got
show
you,
up.
while I got you
Go
on here in
ahead.
front of everybody, bruh,
What's up?
just say yes. I need some instrumentals, fam.
Okay.
Nigga done okay.
Yes. You say yes. Yes.
I've been out here 5 years almost, bro.
You ain't got, man. Well, I got you covered. So we'll make that happen.
Okay.
We'll make that happen.
Y'all
Yeah,
heard
we
it.
gonna just we'll talk offline about anything, any particulars and when that's gonna happen. Put me on Front Street out here in front of these motherfuckers. Be like, oh yeah, you did say, nigga, you was gonna have it in
Yep.
72 hours. You
12,
know,
26, 1.
I gotta dig in there and get into that computer. I've been focusing on this shit, so I ain't been messing with it. But I do got your file with some of those joints though. I'm gonna put some shit. I got some pictures I'm gonna post with some of them joints on there for you. Pretty hard.
You know, I've been begging for that shit for 4 years.
Yeah. I got the file, man. It's just, I ain't been fucking with the music like that. I mean, I feel like, nigga, I got enough shit. What else am I gonna rap about? I don't know what else to rap about, nigga. Shit,
It's still
I'm
something
gonna
to be
start.
said.
Nah, I know. I'm just being funny, but shit, though. I got a nice, I'm
It's like,
I'm
ooh, I
good.
got a hot team.
Here, let's go ahead. I'm listening to Jamari's EP. That shit was fire. He came strong and represented the family. You know. Oh, it's snowing again. They say it's snowing again outside.
Trash. Basuda.
Yeah, super trash.
It's warm over here, bro. It's like, it's nice.
Well, fuck me, man. This is the end of the year, end of the month. I got all this shit at work, bro. I'm gonna be a wreck this week. So these little days that I got off, shit, nigga, that shit is gonna get burnt off in about a few hours, nigga. Because yeah, in this weather, this is fucking up my whole program for the end of the year. I got,
Bruh.
the end of the year reviews, and then I have to end of the month, end of year posting and shit like that, nigga. I had to do an audit, nigga. Like this shit is really I don't know how much longer I want to be doing this shit, bro.
Bruh, let me say this. I put my 2 weeks in a while ago. I didn't even make it through that 2-week trial. Not even trial. I didn't even make it through that 2-week phase. I put my 2 weeks in and I was just like, I'm done. I woke up one morning. I went to work that I think it was a Thursday because I work part-time.
Mm-hmm.
And I got off work and in my mind I was like, let me just make it to Friday. Nigga, when I clocked out, I said, nigga, I'm not going back. I'm not doing it.
It's like fuck that. I'm
Fuck
Gucci
that.
gang.
A supervisor and the boss, who just so happened to be a couple like acquaintances of mine. I was like, yo, thank you, but like, nah, I ain't doing it.
Oh my god, man.
Also,
Damn.
working with your friends is a little different. Like my
Mm-hmm.
buddy had hired, he was like, yo, I just made director at this catering company. So he was like, you want a job? I'm like, yeah. So I took the job more out of divvying up my time and stop being so mundane with the things I was doing.
Mm-hmm.
It was cool. It wasn't like I wasn't making a ton of money, but it was some spending money.
Right.
I told him, I was like, don't watch how you talk to me in front of these employees.
Right.
Because I was the only black man in there of this color. He was black and Korean, but he was more of a fair skinned type black person.
Yeah, but they looking at you. They looking at you and grabbing purses, right?
I come in there. Every rap song I play there ain't no cussing in it. I keep my volume at a 4.5.
Right.
But it just got to the point where I had to pull him aside. I was like, yo, like don't say that around. You know, it's an office full of white people, and you in here, you acting more of a monkey than a monkey.
So what he
My,
was spewing the N word, trying to
yeah,
be
he said,
cool and hip, be angry, and so he
right,
make the
like
snowflakes feel sorry for him,
nigga.
and
So I
be
was
like,
just like,
please forgive me for my white guilt. He's one of
but
them.
5 minutes later, you talk about dude this, dude that, and like you broing out, you rocking out with your cock out with your bros. But it's like, so anyway, long story short, bro,
You
I
walked
was like, yeah,
away.
it won't be you won't be a third time. Like I'm not gonna have to tell you to watch how you talk to me in front of employees because nigga, you already know
You
how
was
I do
gonna
it, right?
you was gonna fight him. There was gonna be a fight. He was gonna
And
physically attack it. Well, maybe we shouldn't say that on live, or you know, might have to pull the video or some shit.
I
You
don't
know,
care. But if I tell you if it's just very simple. You're not gonna go into a library and be all loud. You're not gonna
right?
go to a courthouse and be in there. Oh, hold on, fam. Let me. You're not gonna do that. So like, act
Well,
accordingly. That somebody tells you to respect the rules and their boundaries, do that. I shouldn't have to come to you and say, "Don't talk to me like that in front of these people," because that second or third time I do it, your feelings is gonna be hurt, and then I'm gonna have to console your little bitch ass feelings. So for
let
that
me
reason,
see.
Shark Tank, I'm out. And I got up out of there.
Well,
'Cause
you know, I be feeling like that though, but when I be checking how much money I'll be making, I'll be like, yeah, man, I'll be acting right. I'll be fixing my attitude. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
I hate working for people. If I ain't working for myself,
Man, man, nah,
then
it's that's a real thing, bro. I mean, I sit back and I'll get angry, and I'm talking about like raw. I'm
mhm.
sitting there, man, and then the demographics of what I work with and I lead. So, you know, it is a whole mess, bro. And it's like the different layers to leadership, bro. I'm like, man,
You
I just
gotta be
don't
on
know.
your A game.
Nigga, I
There's no
just
room
turned
for
50, bro.
error.
I ain't trying to get quicker to death, bro. This is the
Right.
middle of the book, bro. So I'm finna start going to that other end of the book. And I don't want to get there earlier than I'm supposed to. You know what I'm saying? Having heart
Exactly.
failure and shit, worried about
Right.
attitudes and tears. And I mean,
Yeah.
bro, I'm telling you, this shit tough.
I know. I know all about it. That's why I said, yeah, let me go ahead and either increase my hustle or just start me another business because I can 1099 and freelance and do contract work like I have been doing out here. But working for somebody else, no.
So yeah, you
I
you
want
gonna you gonna I mean, but you got a skill you worked. I mean, like with the Scarface. So Scarface is no longer, right?
you know
Or
why
do you
Scarface is no longer. How do you get me started on that? Like, it's no
No, let's
longer
talk about it.
active.
You mean so for those of you guys that don't know, Emmanuel, a good friend of mine from the music family, he had a program that he started when he was fresh out, and he'll be able to share with you a little bit more about that. He ain't just my buddy, but he's done some things, and it was called Scafe, and it means second chances are for everybody, and he provided services for people that were being reintroduced in society after spending time in jail and those type of things, and was trying to reduce recidivism in terms of the community and reoffending and those type of things. So talk about that. And so I guess you could talk in the reverse, but you could start with the story about why really shut down or why you stopped doing it or whatever. But go ahead.
Let's see. Oh man. So yeah, I started Scafe, which is SCAFE. Second chances are for everyone. Just out of my own frustrations of going to prison, getting out of prison, reacclimate myself back into society, and like society not taking me seriously, or just saying, "Oh yeah, you go ahead and we'll give you an interview, but we're not gonna hire you." So I went to all these nonprofits, saw how they did their reentry and their recidivism work, teamed up with some other nonprofits, and ended up just basically saying, I'm gonna do it myself because I know what I need. I know if I have the same needs as my friends and family members who have been incarcerated or who have not been incarcerated, I know exactly where the problem is. I know where to solve it. So I started my own nonprofit, bro, with my own money. I did it all by myself. I had help from this woman named Miss Harrison. So I did all my bylaw, all the details, all the intricacies of fundraising. I did it all. And I was building a plane as I was flying it. And I had a good maybe 14 years around with it. I got the largest grant I got was $100,000 from Department of Education. And it was just really, for me, it was more or less about building relationships, but also making sure I got people hired. Because at the end of the day, like, money is the root of everything. It's not the root of all evil, but it's the root of everything.
Right.
So just doing that forever, man, working and advocating for people who didn't have a voice and working with people, building up the company. And the reason Scarface stopped it was because niggas, essentially, like, it's like a celebrity. Like, everybody always wants a piece of that celebrity. They want claws in him and her. And I wasn't a celebrity. It was just the work that was being done. And if you saw the nonprofit and the work that we were doing, you would think that we have millions and billions. And it was people who was trying to, bro. There's so many stories.
I was there. Like, I watched your whole. I watched your process. So I was privy to a lot of the a lot of the things that you had to do, and it was a lot of work. It was a lot of work,
Yeah.
But so the passion that you have for that, I mean, I've been to some events, with donors and all kinds of shit. I mean, we even went to the state capitol when we were, and this was about sentencing.
Right.
That's what we were there for, right? And so I believe we went down there, but it was for it was about sentencing. What was it for exactly? The program. What was it called?
It was probably House Bill 3025, or it was the mandatory sentencing, or it was it was the racial equality campaign, basically saying
right.
Stop people, stop all the stopping and frisking. You guys are targeting black and brown people.
Right. So racial profiling. It was about racial profiling. Because and so you had us, you invited had me, my son Jamari, my cousin, let me see, Terrence's son. I think what was it Canaan? Not Canaan. It wasn't Canaan.
We were all there.
Terrence. No, I know we were there. I mean, but Terrence didn't go. It was me, Jamari,
my nephew Rashawn, somebody
and
else.
Jalen, and his oldest son Jalen. Yeah, and Rashawn, your nephew Rashawn. Okay, that's why I was kind of get confused. But yeah, and Jalen was there, and all of them, and we took them down to the Capitol, and we was discussing that, and that was that was a dope experience though. But I mean, it was just a testament to your work that you were doing and the things that you were involved with, even working with the city council, police reform. And those things. I remember you used to invite me to those joints. I was like, nah, man, I ain't fucking with them SJWs, man. So
man, I had Scarface really opened up my platform to be in places that I needed a master's of social work or a doctorate to be in. It really gave me an opportunity to be at the table, so to speak. And when I got to the table, I already knew the bullshit that was going on with politics and policy and all that. But when I got to the table, I really got to see it firsthand. And it was more or less me giving up my time and my energy and solutions to problems that I know affect our community, but it was falling on deaf ears. And essentially, I just had to stop, bro, because this one brother was trying to get me to launder money. This other sister over here was trying to not coerce, but she was trying to what's that word? She was trying to like use me.
Right.
For money for her program, and she tried to what is the word I'm searching for? Basically she tried to she was just trying to use me, and
she was finagling her way to get money up off of you for her shit. It's basically
and that happened a few times. And because I love the work that I did, and because I have a love for my people, like I'm always willing to work with people. But this one brother specifically, man of God, so he called himself. I was at the table. I was a human rights commissioner. I was all these titles and shit that really didn't matter to me, but it mattered for the work that was going to get done. So people saw that and they thought that I had access to, actually I did have access to it. But long story short, this brother, we were trying to partner up on a program, working with the Department of Transportation. He had a company, a trucking company. And he was like, yeah, I'm going to donate some money to your program. I said, cool, thank you. I've heard that 14 years from everybody. So if you say you're going to donate it, fine. Here's the website. Click the link. I'm not. When I see you at a fundraising event, I'm like, hey. So I'm not going to ask you if you're going to donate.
Right.
Long story short, he finally donated the money. after he donated the money, he contacted me directly and was like, "Yo, I need 25,000 to go here. I need you to cut me a check for 25,000 to my for-profit business."
Okay.
Also,
Okay. You're going there, right? You're going there.
yeah, yeah.
You're going to go there. Okay. So is this would you consider this part this at this point of your run with Scafe, would this be kind of part of the reason why you kind of decided to do something to go a different route, or
It
would
it
you say
it
it have
it
something to
was
do with that?
it had something to do with it. Something to do with it. It wasn't the main reason, but it definitely. I think just after going through different scenarios with people trying to finagle me and finagle the
Hmm.
nonprofit and just using, and I don't really care if they're using it because I wanted people to use it, but just I think at this point when this happened, I was just like, you know what, I can't pour any more of my emotion, any more of my
Hmm.
money into like Heisman and these niggas off because everybody's trying to get something. But yeah, that was something that made me feel like, yeah, I'm done with this nonprofit shit because
All
all
right.
y'all want to do is
So I want you to go ahead. No, so go back to what you were going to explain to everybody. So I just wanted to give it kind of some context,
yeah.
of where
Um,
you're going and stuff and where you went.
So he was like, I love what you're doing, brother. He would come to the city hall meetings or whatever, said he was going to donate some money. I said, fine, cool. He had a trucking program. So it was perfect. Anybody that came out of prison, and mind you, the prison I was in, I went to that same prison to do restorative justice classes. I went to that same prison to do pre-release work with the men that I was locked up with, or some of the staff that I was locked up with. So
Mhm.
he saw that I had an in, and he saw that I had an in into this industry, and he had a trucking company. So I was like, yep, naturally, yes, we can partner up because when they come out, they can go right to your program. They can get on the job training. They get paid while they're learning. It would have been a dope partnership, but motherfuckers want to be greedy and be spiteful and was just trying to do stuff that they had no business doing. So anyway, he was like, I'm gonna donate the money. He donated, excuse me, 50,000.
Uh-huh.
And it was actually like 55,000. Prior to him donating the money, like I worked with him, like I said, it was just a lot. I set up like his website. I helped him do a bunch of Department of Training or Department of Transportation stuff that I had no
Hmm.
formal knowledge of. And once he deposited the money or donated the money to my nonprofit, then he came back and said, "Yo, I need you to write a check for 25,000 for my trucking program for this vein. I also need the other 25,000 to go to my trucking program for this on this vein." So it was a left lane and a right lane, but both lanes were his and they merged into his fucking for profit.
Right,
So I was
right.
like, man, I can't. Like, first of all, there's a process. You don't donate no money to nobody and then tell them what they need to do with the money you didn't donate it. You don't. That's like I'm going to church. Oh, let me pay my tithes and give y'all 100. And be like, oh yeah, I need that 100 back. Like no, nigga, this is offered in tithes. Put your money in. Praise God, nigga, get out. So he just was really. He thought I was. I guess people thought I was younger than I was, and they thought I was really naive because I don't
The
really.
green.
Yeah, because I smile and I talk with my hands and I'm very personable. But nigga, I'm with the shits. But everybody doesn't know that. But he saw that and he just thought I just was green and didn't know no better. So he donated the money, was telling me he needed me to write checks to his profit, his business. And I was like, you can't do that, bro. Like I have to have a whole board meeting. I got to call my whole board together. Like and then as I was explaining to him why I could not do that, I was just like, it's not going to happen.
Oh, Scooty says money laundering at its finest.
At its finest, bro. At its
Yeah.
finest. And
Yes,
and at that
indeed.
point, once I knew that he was trying to like get me to launder his little funky money, which by the way, the 55,000 that was donated to my nonprofit came from a school board that he was chair of. He was the
Right.
only person. It was 6 people. He was the only person standing at that school board nonprofit or whatever it was. And they had a few million in the bank. So what he was doing was donating money to different nonprofits and different entities around the city of Portland and was asking them to fund him back. But no, nigga, I'm not doing that. And in fact, I see you trying to fuck me, I'm finna fuck you. So since you donated this little funky ass $55,000, my nigga, thank you. You're not getting any of it back. So what I did, I start taking the money and giving it to small nonprofits or writing checks for people who were trying to get their licenses or helping young mothers or whatever, doing suit drives. Like you're not about to like play me like that. It got to the
Right.
point where I had to get another attorney and go through that whole litigation thing. And before I even go there, once he started asking for the money back, it was just like, you know, the snakes are in the grass and the grass is short. And it's like,
Right.
you were my brother. I thought we were doing something for the greater good of our people. And I could have been greedy and stingy, and I could have pocketed every dime I got from every grant that I applied for and got, but I didn't. It wasn't my
Right.
it was
Right.
my
Right.
money, but it wasn't personally. So it was just a little disheartening because that was one of several times that I had got fucked over because of something I started for our people to benefit.
Right. Right.
And ended up having to get an attorney, bro. This man sued me. He sued my nonprofit. He sued my nonprofit and me, all my board members. So I got an attorney. He was a great attorney, by the way. And they ended up dismissing the whole case.
Right. Oh, so they did this. They dismissed the whole thing.
Yeah, they dismissed the whole thing because the judge was like, nah, it's clearly you're trying to get him to launder money. And he's like, you can't donate anything to anybody and say, I need you to write this check to me. It don't work like that.
Right.
So this fool got another attorney, filed in a different not jurisdiction, but a different county, sued me again, me personally, Emmanuel and Scafe. That went all the way to trial. I spent basically the money that he had donated. I'd use some of that for my attorney. Like, I'm going to use this money that you donated. I'm going to stand back up because it got dismissed with prejudice. He brought it up again, and this time, the lawsuit, I think it stuck. I think this time he actually got a victory. So at that point, I was just like, yep, Scafe is done. I was in transition, moving from Portland to DC, going through it with my daughter and her mom, my daughter's mom, and my mom's health was ailing. So there was a lot of things that I was going through. I just didn't have the mental dexterity, the spiritual strength, or the financial strength to fight, again, these greedy ass niggas. So that case went through. There was a lien on my cars. There was a lien on my house, all my property. My bank accounts was locked up. But because I'm not stupid, I knew how to get out of it. So what I did, I filed Chapter 11 bankruptcy.
Right.
It was this fool tried to.
So wait a minute. Hold on. So they leaned on you like that. They leaned on you and they leaned with rock with it.
Leaning on that boy. They was leaning on that boy, bro.
Yeah, man. That's hard.
Yeah, they leaned on me, and that's I didn't tell you, but like I was just like, I'm done with Portland.
Nah, but you was moving, and I mean, so yeah, I mean, we never really had that conversation. I just knew that you was moving, and I know you you moved up and moved and lived in places for a couple of years, few years here and there and stuff like that, you know. And then it was to me, I just figured it was just it was that time for you to move or whatever, though. But it was kind of weird because of the thing how you had established Scafe and to the level that Scafe was at, you know what I'm saying, when you decided to leave. So that kind of thing was kind of where I was kind of like, well, I don't know, but hold on real quick with a comment. It says, when it comes down to it, people don't care about the people they're trying to help. At the end of the day, it's how can I hide my money so I don't get taxed so high?
Basically. And the money that he was donating wasn't even his. It didn't even belong to him. He was just chair of this organization.
But he's trying to make sure he gets some of that money, a percentage of it.
He get a cut to the point where, like, had I stayed in Portland, I was gonna run for mayor, and I would have been mayor. And if I had not have been mayor, I would have been a city councilman in District 1, 2, 3, or 4. And I know I would have won, and I can still come back and do it again. Because that was
we talked about that.
Bro, so many doors were opening. It was happening so fast where I was just trying to keep up with the work that I was doing. And it was never about me. It was never about self. Because I don't like the limelight. I don't like, you know me, if I come, I'm in the background chilling. Like I'm in the back, you know. Beyonce them up there, I'm in the back. So they linked on me, you know. It was like $88,000, it was like $90,000. It was attorney's fees, and he wanted all this extra shit. And I was like, nigga, I'm not giving you that. So I ended up filing bankruptcy, wiped away all of it, every fucking dime. So I was able to like not pay back personally or through my nonprofit 501c3. So the bankruptcy really helped because between that and like being on child support, like from 2 different women, like nigga, I was gonna be ugly, bro, black and ugly and broke Bobby Brown's cousin, Robbie Brown, bro. Ugly, crusty as a motherfucker. Dusty as hell. Rusty's brother,
man.
Dusty.
Yeah, no, that's
So,
that's heavy, man. But it's like you know, to me, it's like it's one of those things, man, because I think that Scarface was an awesome venture for you. I think that it made an impact with a lot of people. And you know, I think that you've inspired a lot of people, you know, because I know from my brother, my sister-in-law, my friend Emmanuel. I mean, not Emmanuel, but you, of course, but I mean Jermaine. I mean, they, you know, you kind of set the tone for this, you know what I mean? And then, you know, my brother, like I said, for offering community services, you know what I'm saying? So
nobody
that's
could
just
tell
dope.
me and pay me for my services, but nigga was giving up a gang of free game. Did nobody
Hey,
take me out
but
for a beer or nothing?
uh-oh.
Matter of fact, and so I won't mention any names, but another. Just I don't want to generalize, but because there's a big distinctive difference between people who are niggas and white niggas, Mexican niggas, Dominican niggas, black niggas. All there is no ethnic or race differential when it comes to that term for me.
Right,
But
right,
it's
right,
the
right.
niggas that always want to do some shit. Like for example, when I had helped a friend of mine get a job. Started making $21 right out the gate. This fool's wife, you know, like we do. We come on, we tell our partner, "Hey, babe, it was a hard day at work. These motherfuckers is tripping. I'm trying to get my money and get out. You know, I'm pillow talking with babe or whatever." So
Right,
babe goes, oh, y'all doing this to my man? Whoop whoop, and he ain't. So the partnership that I garnered up with this business entity.
Right.
This man calling me like, who the fuck is? And I'm like,
Right. Holy shit! I think I know who you're
to the
talking
point
about.
where
Is
anybody I
that
referred to this man's company, he hired him immediately. And he
right?
could have did background checks. He could have did all the background, even though I did that stuff on my end. Like he could have, but because we had a rapport and a relationship, he said, "I'm gonna take your word for it, and I'm gonna hire them."
Right.
Regardless, but because of this bitch, want to go and bro, I'm still mad about that. But that was just another instance of she went and was calling the office and saying a bunch of stuff that she heard and didn't know, showing up at the job, talking loud, being real ignorant, and to the point where the man was like, he said, don't ever send me anybody from your program ever. Ever.
That ain't funny, but it's funny.
Bruh. He said, because this lady
fucking your whole fuck the plug off.
Bruh, to the point where the guy that he hired, he spoke volumes about the guy that I referred. He's hard worker. He comes to work. He don't say shit to nobody because he's not there to make friends. I tell him to do A, B, and C. He does A, B, C, and D. But when his wife popped up,
it all changed.
Bruh, I was embarrassed. And he went to the same gym I went to, where the doctors and the lawyers and the attorneys go. That's how I built that relationship. That's how I got DA, District Attorney Michael Shrunk on my team because he was at my gym. So it's like,
that motherfucker throw a gang of people in prison too.
Bruh, again. But he also helped us pass HBL 3025 or 3052, the ban the box clause where they took out all
so he supported that?
He supported it.
Yeah, because his family is deep in Portland politics. Yeah. I mean, they go back into the early times.
Because one, he was on his way out, and two, he had to conform. Basically, he had to look like he was, for equality and justice and all that shit because everybody else was. And at that time, it was a real big movement. But yeah, I didn't change laws. We changed laws, citywide and statewide. The work that I did with other larger organizations, we were able to like really make an impact and a difference. But I love Scarface. That was my baby. I started with my own money. It put me in places where I never should have been. But because I want to help people and because I lead with my heart and my mind.
So was it Michael Shrunk?
Michael Shrunk.
It was Michael? Okay, yeah.
Yep. His big head ass. But that was just that was the one of the straw that really broke the camel's back. But I had different instances of people coming in and trying to cozy up to me and get cool with me, and And
take all
you
the
know,
game they can, and then take your idea and
yeah,
claim it for
basically.
their own.
And then be sitting up in a panel with me looking at me funny because I'm sitting up at the mic and you want to get on like the little bald head bitch. I ain't even finna say her name. I was finna say her name, but I'm sure she's related to
Oh,
somebody, one of
okay.
her friends.
Yeah,
Just
don't
a
do
little,
it. Don't do it. Don't do
little
it. Stop
bitch.
it. So let me ask you something, man. So you've been in DC, what, we looking at 2 years now, almost 3.
I've been in DC almost 4.
Has it been that long?
Nigga,
I mean, you
yes.
didn't came back a few times, so it's like, I don't know, maybe it's
Right.
throwing me off. But
I've been in
so
DC
like
for
musically,
4
so
years.
we do music and that's our thing. That's like our birthright. So what has the music been like out there for you, like as far as just the scene? Because I seen some of your Instagram stuff. Of course, if you guys don't know, Emmanuel has a great album, the Emmanuel Price Project. You need to check that out. It's available on YouTube, all the social media platforms, or
Yep,
social
check it
media
out.
platforms, but all the streaming platforms that stream music. You might want to go check him out. I promise you, you guys, it's a solid joint. And you'd be surprised. I mean, because I know how Portland motherfuckers could be. They kind of like haters and shit, but then when they see that,
Check my shit out. Like Man
there you
Price
go.
Project.
See, that's his artwork though. High powered artwork there, y'all. Hold on. Check that album out. That's a dope project though. But anyway, the scene out in DC, what is it like though? Like,
The scene
just
out here, bro, it's so
yeah,
live. When I first came out here in 1995, I fell in love with DC, HBCU, Black, everything. The go-go scene is lit. The live music scene is nice. Baltimore got a happening scene. It's just, it's gully out there. So niggas is like, you got to be careful out there. But the music scene is cool. Like everybody from Ari Lennox to Masego, you have these up and coming artists. You have a lot of speakeasies where you can go and you knock on the door 4 times and another door open and you go down. It's really, really lovely, bro. It's really
right,
grown and organic and authentic. And it's not a lot of hatred out here. I haven't experienced
right.
any hatred.
Okay.
The people know you sing or you play the drums or you're an instrument or you rap or whatever. They really are bringing you in. Like one of my old homeboys, we used to have this thing called music nights. He played the piano, I was on the drums. We had people come over, we sing, we pour drinks, I make weed brownies, we in there. So
Hanging out.
it's bruh, I miss it. But the music scene is nice. It's really easy to get acclimated and connected with people out here because
Right.
there's more unity than dysfunction out here.
So you get the
And
support, like, so you don't feel like you actually can get some people to show up to a gig that you're doing or something like that. I mean, I ain't saying like thousands of people, but enough people to where you can rock a show or whatever,
yeah,
and they'll support
definitely.
you or whatever.
You definitely can. Yeah, people will support because people want to do stuff. That a thing out here, like people support each other. Like if you say you cooking chicken dinners, they're gonna come
Motherfuckers
support
gonna
you.
buy that shit.
Yeah,
They
bro.
gonna come buy a
Because
plate.
people always want something to do, and people really want to pay for an experience, and they really want to feel that, and really, excuse me, and really, enthrall themselves, if that's the right word, or really involve themselves in what you got going. So I've never got a cold shoulder about any music or working with anybody out here because there's studios everywhere. Everybody rapping, everybody singing, everybody is dancing and doing some type of form of music, whether it's through singing, rapping, or instruments. And there's a go-go scene is big out here.
Oh, that's what I do remember. I remember when School Days came out, and I forget the name of the group who did the soundtrack for Spike
EU.
Lee. EU, yeah, and that's when I was introduced to go-go music. Is that right? Is that okay?
That's what made me School Days in a Different World. That's why I came to HBCU. That's why I came to Richmond, Virginia in 1995.
Well, I went to Grambling State I was down there for about a month, and then I turned around and came back.
I loved it, bro. I got one little dose of it, and I've been back and forth the last 3 years.
Yeah, but I was on that shit, you know what I'm saying? But you after me though, but I was out there, I was looking around like, nigga, fuck all that shit. And then it probably wasn't the best decision, but it was, it was a decision that had to be made at that time. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Matter of fact, my best friend, when I got out here, I was singing with him. Like he got a house band, and he's still he got a gig on the 8th. I'm gonna go to, hopefully if it's still open. But when I got out here, I was singing with him, bro, and it's a paying gig, bro. I give up an hour of my time and I make $150 for doing stuff that I like. And then I
Man,
go play the
same.
drums play the drums at church on Sunday twice a month, $75, nigga, 50, 45 minutes of my time. Hey,
Right,
God is
right.
good. Pop and go. So like I've never really had any problem with music out here. It's just more or less like material that I need. And
Man.
people are gonna yeah. Yeah, bro.
So yeah, no, well, so like COVID though, COVID kind of like had COVID was kind of weird for this whole music for people like ourselves that do music and live performances, because that's one of the things I really miss with doing music. I mean, I could write 100,000 raps, but performing the music and the things that that I've done is the thing that I've missed. And with the whole COVID thing, it's just like it wasn't like I was just getting a whole lot of shows. I mean, it ain't the Gism days. It ain't Ray Young, Ray, all that kind of shit when it was always happening. And so now it's like, you got to try to figure out how you're going to get yourself out there in a certain term. And I'm fine with that, but I miss that more than anything, the whole performance thing. And I think that COVID shit kind of mess. It had me kind of feeling a little bit down with the whole. I'm like, nigga, you 50. Like, so what else is there to do? Is you gonna be you know what I'm saying? Like, what else is,
Right.
the COVID, there ain't nowhere to perform. I mean, I'm fine with doing open mics, bro. I'm not tripping. You know what I'm saying? I've done some great things. I did some great things. And I'm okay with that. But I still do good music, so I still want to get my rocks off. And when the COVID thing hit, even doing open mic shit, that kind of fucked everything up, bro. And so
Yeah.
it's like I'm trying to get back into that mode. So have you
The same
performed
out here.
lately?
It's kind of the same out here, but DC is kind of like Atlanta. Like shit is open, bro. If you know somebody, shit is stay open. But also karaoke is really big out here.
Okay.
Really
We be
big.
doing karaoke on the PDX
I
Live
hate
podcast.
karaoke. I fucking hate it. But being out here, I like it though. And karaoke is really a vibe. It's really a vibe out here. It's like it's the thing to do. If ain't no live music,
Right.
ain't no, karaoke. It's a spot in Baltimore I go to. It's like, oh, bro, you would love
You
it,
be
bro.
fucking
It's so
around
lit,
in Baltimore, bro?
nigga. Like when I fuck with the music or food or experience, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna go to where it is. Like and Baltimore, like they have this scene. It's called the Venue or something, and
Okay.
it's a live. It's a house band, a live band. You come in, no cover charge. Everybody is beautiful,
Mhm.
aesthetically, spiritually, and whatever you want to do, bro. The live band got you. You sign up if you want to go there, do Bruno Mars,
I
do
remember you was
Guns
telling
N'
me
Roses.
about that shit. That sound hard as
Nigga,
fuck though.
it is so when I tell you, bro, it's really an experience. Like to the point where I was driving down like twice a month, taking that hour drive because I was like, nigga, I'm
Mhm.
going. I don't care.
Hey,
And
so okay, so really quickly, so Scooty says COVID made people reinvent themselves. I agree with that because I had to get
yeah,
either, like he said, either shit or get off the pot. And
yeah,
I had I talked to Kenny Mack. He called me out of the blue. That's my bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I hadn't heard from him in so long. And then we was talking, and it was like,
can you
he
get
was
my
saying these kind of things to a nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck is you doing? Like, nigga, what, bro? Like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, why wouldn't you do something that you're good at or that you like to do?
yeah,
You know what I mean?
like
Based on this other shit or what it's supposed to be like. You know what I'm saying? You good at making music, nigga. Why are you gonna stop making music?
there's
You
so
know?
much truth into that statement. COVID
Hmm.
made people reinvent themselves or shit or get off the pot because I'm in that phase right now. Like,
Hmm.
what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Am I going to reinvent myself? Am I going to go back into criminal justice, social justice out here? Or am I going to try something else? Literally, before I even got on this call, I was on Indeed.
Oh man, this is funny. He said Ray keep karaoke in DC because the Portland niggas can't sing. I'm talking about me and you know who. Oh, so yeah, I know. I got a friend of mine told me we did a karaoke thing right on one of the podcasts, right? So we let everybody do the need to do a karaoke thing. I got a copyright claim on that too, by the way. But we did a karaoke show. It was fucking crazy, bro. Like, nigga, I did Hovid. What is it? What is this song? Horovit. What's the song? I can't even remember the song now. It was a cut though.
Come on, bro.
Oh, I gotta get it together, bro. I fucked it off. Uh Jesus Christ. I can't believe I forget. Yeah, I see. That's why I could never do a fucking game show because I would do just that. I know all the words to the fucking song, but don't remember the name. I can't even find my spot. Stop it, you pussy bitch. Let me tell you something.
Dude. He's like, can I get for 200? No, sir.
It missed the $25,000 prize.
25 racks. And then Barbara, she's like, oh, is it the monkeys are under the tree? And I'm like, hey, Barbara, you. This bitch from Toledo and took my 25 racks.
Oh yeah, my God.
Music scene is great out here. I love it.
Yeah, man. It's with all the shutdowns and the restrictions and everything like that, it makes it kind of tough. But I look forward to getting back to that. So what I'll be doing at the house, you know, I got my cordless mics and shit. I'll be plugging up my little speaker and shit, and I'll be playing karaoke shit. I do karaoke by myself in front of nobody else. Nah, it'd be dope. Should be sounding like I'm in a concert all by myself. I don't let nobody else watch this shit. But it's just me though. And I'll be singing and shit though and doing all the, you know, trying to do all the moves. Hey, listen, bro. It's just me, nigga. But it should be sounding fresh though. So I got the setup to do a concert in my house. So I do one by myself. Fuck it. Why not?
Do what works.
Nigga, listen, bro.
When I pull up, bro, plug that shit up. Don't be talking about, oh, I gotta get a generator and
fuck
my light bill.
Woo! No, I got it's I got it downstairs sitting there. 2 mics is right there. All I gotta do is put the music, and I'll be putting in my records and shit, and I'll be going over my own joints like I'm doing the show by my motherfucking self. It might sound crazy, but that's what I'll be doing. I'm back to doing shit that I was doing when I was a kid trying to be a rapper. So I'm doing that again. Hey, you gotta reach back, man. Gotta reach back. Oh, okay. Thank you, Ebony. It's Take Me to Church.
Take me to church.
Yeah, that's a cut, man. I seen him doing it in New York subway, man. He killed that shit. By Hosier.
Hosier?
Yeah, man, that shit. That's a cut, man. I know all the fucking words.
Yo, you know what's like so I'm a fan of taking songs and screwing them, or taking songs and slowing them down, or taking like a pop song, like a fucking. For example, I like a pop song from like Lady Gaga and throwing a hip hop beat under it and a trap beat under it. Ray, what else outside? But you sound like this.
This motherfucker.
Hold on. He ain't lying.
This nigga Ivory though, he's Ray, we all sound tight in the shower. Bro, you sound like shit just like the rest of us. Nigga, I know I sound like shit. But I don't need you to point that out. Whose side are you on anyway, motherfucker? Hey, listen. But I got bar game, nigga. I can rap though. I'm gonna hold on to that. I mean, I might be 50 years old, nigga, but I still can get down, nigga. That's what I can do.
Hey, me old.
Hey, man. Hey, listen, yo ass. I remember when you had panic attack about turning 40. Now you 40 plus. You was talking shit. You was I'd be like, you 50? Remember you used to say that 10 years ago. You used to be saying that shit to a nigga. And I'm 50 now, and I still look that age.
You look what age?
That boy, man, that boy cold, nigga. That old nigga cold, man. That's what y'all gonna say when you're at my funeral. They're gonna be like, yeah, that nigga right. He was cold, nigga. I didn't really know how old that nigga was. He said he was 50, but I thought he was 30.
STOP. This nigga memorializing himself already.
That's right. I'll do my own eulogy, nigga. Fuck you saying? I'm gonna be there at the funeral, nigga. Like, nigga, why wasn't you crying, nigga? Why wasn't you crying, nigga?
Can I get cut the shit for 300, Pat? Yeah.
Like this nigga wasn't crying at the funeral. I'm hiding your bitch ass, nigga. And Ivory, you getting all the smoke, nigga, when I die, nigga. This is you do age nice, bro. I appreciate that, brother. I be eating well. I eat all the good foods. I be working out and shit. But yeah, I am getting old though. I can feel it though. But the looks, got that together though. Got a couple things to work on, man. I ain't lost sight of that, but I'm still, trust me, at 60, watch. It's gonna be better.
Black don't crack, brown don't
Hey,
frown. Right for the
yeah, black don't crack, like Asian don't crack either though. Them motherfuckers age well too. They age
black
like
don't
niggas.
crack, brown don't frown, and yellow stay mellow.
Is that what
That's
they
what I
say?
was. That's what I heard. But I know black don't crack and brown don't frown. I know that one.
Okay, so but you left white people out though. What's the saying for white people when it comes to those kind of
I'm talking about
colloquialisms?
I'm talking about the people that I see that are.
Oh, you don't want to be racist right now. I got it.
No. I'm talking about melanated people. White people are not melanated.
Okay, but how do they age is what I'm talking about.
I don't give a damn.
Oh, you be careful. That's the politics. We got a mayor. He will be running for mayor, ladies and gentlemen, in 2028. We're gonna make that shit happen.
And y'all can pull this interview up. I will stand by everything I said.
No. That's why I'm gonna make sure, because I plan on being a part of that administration, sir. So I'm looking for a job, motherfucker. So it would be leading right there.
If I move back to Portland and I don't run for mayor, I'll definitely run for city council, and I definitely will get a seat. And if I don't do that, I'll be the superintendent of the Portland Public School District.
What about so you think you would beat out what's her Hardesty? What's her name?
Joanne Hardesty. She from out here in Clinton, Maryland. She from out here.
I know though, but she got well, I ain't gonna say nothing, man, because I know them people.
She cool. I mean, like, she got a little white
but
husband. Yep, that's cool.
She said defund the police, though. She be fronting though, bro. Why we defunding the police? Do you think we should defund the police? I'm just throwing it out there.
No,
that's the most ridiculous shit. Why did they make niggas get behind that, or they force that shit to niggas? Like that's a viable thing. That's going to be something effective in our communities. I don't understand that shit. Because Tupac said it. Tupac said, you seen the interview. The same fucking criminal element that white people are scared of. White people, white folks, the Karens, and all of them. Black people are scared of that shit too. And then we supposed to be some old extra thug niggas, and we can deal with that shit. It's just that's the black experience though, and it's not just the black experience. But why is that shit?
Why are you? Be more specific. Don't defund the police. Defund where the money goes and how it's spent when it comes to underserved communities, black and brown population of folks who are living in food deserts, folks who are living in areas that are that have high police interactions. Defund the police when it comes to that money. Take that money and put it somewhere where it can be used. And if you're gonna defund the police, make sure, because I you know what, I was the chair for the what was that shit? It was something, bro. They had me chairing for the Portland Police Bureau in the city of Portland with Avell Gordley and who was the mayor at the time? Charlie Hales.
Oh yeah, I remember him.
Right, like, you ain't got to defund the police. Just make sure the money goes where it needs to go to. And if we're talking about video cameras and tasing people, look
at the comment.
My mind is just like, I was going to go to a whole other. But
hold on, before you do that. So Ivory says we don't need the motherfuckers, and I think he's referring to the police. He says, I know Emmanuel can't comment because he's trying to run political in the future, but nigga, he believes that we don't need the police. He believes in guns, but I believe that the common man needs police. And okay, wait a minute. Oh shit! Hold on. This motherfucker right here. Hold on, man. Hold on, something just happened. I just got an alert. So this nigga who was supposed to be on the show with me right now has just showed up. Should we let him on the show, ladies and gentlemen? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. This motherfucker, I made artwork. I did all the artwork. I called him back. I tried to make this shit tight, and the nigga didn't answer my call, whatever. I think he fell asleep.
So
but he's here now, ladies and
gentlemen.
No. So, that's right, Emmanuel. But that's okay, though. The check's coming. Here you go. Like, ladies and gentlemen, introducing Jaxx.
What's going on, man?
Oh, my God, what? Okay. I was like, what the fuck's going on? Oh,
I came in and I looked at my thing around like 2:15. I didn't see nothing, and I was like, he ain't hit me. So I went back in the room and I was watching a movie with my daughter. And yeah, she just
there. Oh
He
man, we
said,
just been chopping it up, man. I was just like, so this nigga just woke up.
And this woke up.
Just got in, nigga. We've been at it, man, just chopping it up, man. Talking about a
"What's
few
up, fam?
things.
What's going on with you, man?
Man, long time no see, bro.
What's been going on?
Man, surviving, living, you know, writing, reading, arithmetic, same old shit. I'm just on a different time
Action
zone.
Jackson. That's the new nickname, nigga. Action Jackson. We gonna go with that. Yes, that's
For
on
president.
the docket. That's on the docket, man. Niggas is getting yeah. So when your screen name has got to be Udi, man, and all that type shit. When you show up to the show and you want to talk, so we can hide your political aspirate. We don't want them to be able to Google that.
No. You know what? I'm not worried about none of that.
They gonna cancel you, nigga. You better be.
You're not gonna cancel me. We had Donald Trump as a Donald Trump was running this motherfucking country like a used car dealership.
That's right.
So
it was working though.
Because the only thing anybody can say about me is he was in prison. Yeah, nigga, that's the platform I'm standing on. Tom Potter, Abel Gordley, Charlie Hales, everybody else who's been in office before me have done a lot of questionable stuff. You're not gonna be able to say Mr. Price did any of that, and whatever I say, I stand on.
I mean, if they want to bring that shit up, I mean that's weak. That's just weak campaigning. But I mean, you have to cite that, but it's not a big deal to me. You really break it down.
Actually, I'll get off of it. But like after working in it and being in it, next time I become more involved in politics and policy and all that stuff, I will not bite my tongue. I will not mince words. I will not be complicit or compliant with what I think everyone wants to hear. Because part of me did that before. And Portland is still a piece of shit. So
we got a whole lot of homelessness going on out here, bro, since you left.
Yeah, I heard it looked dirty over there.
Listen, bro, it's filthy, bro. It's terrible. Jaxx telling they taking dumps. I got a video, nigga, where I just posted on Instagram. I think they might have blocked me. It was a person taking a shit. When the police was trying to apprehend it, they just turned around, took this shit. The police ran from the motherfucker.
They let them.
Yeah, nigga.
I heard they're not even really pulling people over like that no more. Like if you got expired tags, like they said the Portland Police Bureau that like they're
because of the COVID. Yeah, my shit is my tags ain't right.
It's gonna be out the window though.
They said
after the 31st. No, you right. After the 31st, bro, they you got to have your tags right. But they had a moratorium on that up until the 31st of December.
Every time someone comes on the news about Portland, and I'd be embarrassed. I'd be like, look at my city out there acting a damn fool.
Them DMV lines be fucking crazy. Is the only reason why I'm on it,
bruh.
Matter of fact, it says speak how you really after you.
Matter of fact, which one y'all want to sell me some tags? I need some current car tags, bro. Who want to sell me some?
Some tags.
Yeah,
tags.
The year that's like 2022 or like those ones.
I don't got nothing to do.
Because I got both of my cars out here. I got OJ and I got the wagon, but my shit been expired since 2019, bro, and I'll be rolling.
They didn't pull you over for that, y'all?
First of all, my best friend's a police officer, so anytime I get pulled over, I'm like, yeah, Officer Best is my brother.
Oh shit!
But they don't. But the times I got pulled over, they didn't do shit. They was just like, they're expired. But
so they don't take you to jail out there for that?
Yo, they don't take you to if you out here driving and they pull you over, you ain't got no insurance or your taxes back, they're not towing your car.
Are they making you get out and walk?
They don't do that out here. And if your car get towed, when you go pick your car from the tow, you don't have to have proof of insurance. You have to have cold hard cash. That's what I like.
Really?
Bro, yes, bro. My car got OJ got towed twice. One time I had insurance, the next time I didn't. They didn't ask me for no fucking. They said it's gonna be $275 and it's gonna be 70 plus every day. Then
you went and got your shit. You went and got your shit. Boop boop.
I'm telling you, out here it's different. Like it's the police. I don't want to. They don't be doing shit.
Right.
You know how many ride-alongs I went on with my brother? We
Shit,
bro,
just
nigga,
go.
we want to get hot wings. We sit outside, motherfucker. America's best eating hot wings. Listen to the new Drake, the new Kendrick.
With the pole.
No, for real, in the cruiser. And then this nigga dropped me off at home. Then be like, all right, he get on the speaker and say some bullshit. I'm like, bro, don't get me beat up out here. But they not really tripping like that out here. They really not.
Right.
They not.
Man, that's just crazy. No, but what was we saying though? We were talking about well, I had a point.
Saying we don't need the
the police, right? So when it comes to the whole idea of defunding the police, that's what we were talking about. Yeah.
You're right. I'm trying, but bro, I don't care no more. Like I used to take myself way too seriously.
I just talked to Don about that today. I was just like, we went deep on it, and we was talking about some shit and about taking yourself seriously, you know, or taking yourself too seriously, and not just accepting humility. And so once you do that, bro, it's like it's this kind of freedom. You can laugh at yourself, you know, and not and be that, you know what I mean? And it's like I was told that, and I was like, you know, well, motherfucker, you don't take yourself serious enough, you know. But I had to really kind of listen to what they said to me, though, you know, and they was right. I think, I mean, at that point, I was like, yeah, absolutely, you know. But it made me really think about being, you know, humility, you know, your self-humility, you know what I'm saying? Be able to laugh at your motherfucking self. And it kind of all that other negativity or hatred and shit like that, you could deal with that shit easier. You know what I'm saying? It's easy to deal with when you're able to. I mean,
I was a little younger, so I definitely had a lot on my back and had a lot to represent, and so yeah. But yeah, you are right though. Speaking how I feel after the live, I could be candid. I ain't got to be super. Just because I'm talking to y'all, I keep forgetting it's not just y'all. Like,
right. I mean, I think you did a good job, bro. You said a lot of good shit, bro. I mean, and the whole thing about Scarface and that whole journey, because there's people, you know, that'll come after you. I know you're not doing it no more, but I mean, it's necessary. I think it's still a necessary thing, and you may inspire the next person to come and take that, you know, take over the torch for that.
Price Consulting LLC.
You know, I mean, or get that shit restarted though. I mean, I get one of these young ass niggas like Jamari or Rayshawn to do it. Shit.
You know, I really wanted to leave.
The police were created to keep slave in line and to tuck slaves. Yeah, that's not exactly the whole story when it comes to police, bro. It gets deep, a little bit deeper than that. So but my man says people forget that the police were created to keep slaves in line and to track the slaves after they ran. There's always been, you know, there's sheriffs or constables and those type of things when it came to law enforcement back in those type of days. So just
I did a whole report on that
there, but that's a whole fact though. You know, but
what was it called?
Man, fuck Furman.
Furman.
That's the Furman. The blue system, but that's what I call them.
The police.
Oh, yeah. The police all together.
I mean,
at the same time, I understand the place the role they play, or they're supposed to play, I should say. I get that, you know, and you know, at the same time, I ain't one of these niggas that say fuck them and then want to call them either. So, you know. And I know there's a whole lot of them motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, and I came in on when y'all was talking about defunding them or whatever, and Emmanuel was speaking on it or whatever. And I would agree with what he said as far as just defund or change where the funds are allocated to.
Yeah, that's what I would say with it, because you can't expect something to improve if you're taking money away from it. And that makes absolutely no sense to me.
Well, not just that. I mean, I just know human nature, especially for motherfuckers that's already out here and anywhere where you don't fear any repercussions or anything, you're gonna crank it up a whole bunch more notches because you already don't give a fuck. So I think without police, it'd be the Wild West around this motherfucker.
Right, right.
I would say they definitely, their presence is felt, and if they upheld the law like they were supposed to do, like they took that oath to do, and
Hmm.
they did everything as they were trained, and working with equity and not profiling, I think it will be a good thing. But that's not the case, and I can't go to missionary school and train and study to be a priest, or train and study to be a pastor, or a whole congregation, and fast and pray and sweat and abstain from sex, abstain from drugs and alcohol, and do all that. And then when I finally get my collar, or I finally get awarded my doctorate or whatever it is in
Hmm.
theology, and I'm preaching or ministering, whether it's through music or just speaking or whatever, like, people are expecting me to, they're holding me to this standard.
Hmm.
And when I don't do any of the things that I said I was gonna do, or any of the things that this description has, they're gonna be like, what are you doing? And I think that's just my gripe with it. Like, what are you doing, bro or sis? Like, you
Well,
supposed to be this person. This is who you're supposed to be. This is what you signed up to do.
well, I mean, it's like I hear all the shit. Like, for instance, I mean, I hear what everybody is saying when it comes to the police and fuck the police and all that. See, this came from Google. The modern policing
Slave
system in
patrol.
the
That
United
is
States
true.
originated
Yeah,
from patrols
he's
meant
right.
to
He's right.
capture slaves. And then he says, "How can the police protect and serve people that they're scared of?" Okay,
It's
so
true.
that's under the assumption that every single police officer or anyone who does police that's a white person, they have that same mentality, and that would be ridiculous to think that. Um, Second of all, the intention of, I mean, what policing is, and see, outside America is one fucking country. So the idea of policing and that type of thing, it ain't that ain't the origin that ain't the origins of that thing called policing. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Law and fucking order, ain't nobody one person's life more important than fucking order, nigga. This
True.
shit don't work unless you have fucking these things in place in this social construct. You can't have it both ways. You can't say we're going to defund the police department that's necessary in order to keep order, in order for business to fucking work. So how does that work?
I think what they were trying to say, or not even let me not even say that, because I hate when people say that about me. What I interpreted from what they were saying was, slave patrols started from policing started with slave patrols, and that is 100% true. First of all, before we even go, the Emancipation Proclamation, when we were freed, said we can go live freely anywhere we want to. Because they made that Emancipation Proclamation, that's where the slave patrols came in, even before 1846 or whenever it was. So the slave patrols were directly just to keep black folks in check. And if it wasn't the white master, he had a young black master under him who would also keep the black folks in check. So when you say the police are just out here to just fuck us over, black and brown people, it originated, the foundation was from slave patrols. Sadly, it carried over into the 21st century and beyond. That's not what
Okay.
all the police are
Okay.
doing, but like, the foundation definitely is still there, because you can see it now. You can see it through stopping, frisking,
Okay.
policing our communities.
All right.
So
So I
there,
do have
there's there's
some facts about that, and I
there's
believe
truth to
there
that.
is
And
some
I need
some truth to that. But I'm gonna read this here.
so just I wasn't finished my point, but okay.
No, go. No, you can continue that. I'm pulling it
I
up. Go
forgot.
ahead. Oh, nigga was
I
on
forgot.
one, feeling it, just going. I was
You know
okay.
what? Fuck this
So
podcast.
yeah, I know it. Listen, so I mean, so it says there's I'm confirming it. So it says that there's the claim the modern policing system in the United States originated from patrols intended to corral escaped slaves. And so the rating for that would be a mixture. So they were saying that there is definitely some truth to that
There is. I mean, it's really true, and it carried over into the 21st century. They may not be like patrolling
Mhm.
slaves, but when it comes down to it, who are always the most affected in any fucking state in America? All 50 states, who are heavily policed? Black communities,
Mm.
brown communities, underserved communities. It's the
Mhm.
same mentality. It's the same
Okay.
exact mentality, and you could even have black slave patrollers as well. So it's like
Oh yeah,
they may not.
it's the system. Yeah. So it
It's the
says
system, and it's always been designed to keep us underserved and on the downside of power. It always
okay,
has.
so it says here, just for some information for this conversation, the origin. So as controversy raged over the racially motivated violence and law enforcement policies in the United States, a persistent rumor regarding the origins of the 21st century policing appeared online. It showed up as such things tend to do in meme form. You can't ignore your history. Always remember who they are. And it's a picture, shows a picture of the slave patrol, which Ivory referenced. Badge and today's current policing badge. It says, but how accurate is this? And where did the
Bro,
concept of police go ahead?
no, I'm thinking out loud. Let me let you finish.
Okay, it says, but how accurate is this? And where did the concept of police as de facto executors of justice rather than peacekeepers originate? Law enforcement has always existed in one form or another. The first constables from the Romans come stambuli or head of the stables, who with duties very similar of today's sheriffs, were around at least since the 9th century and traveled to the Americas from Europe to supplant the systems that existed at the time in the 1600s. So I guess I read that to say that, like, so yeah, it, you know, like my point was is that there has always been a form of law enforcement, though. And so,
Right.
and the facts of the matter is that there's truth to what you're talking about in policing. But now in the 21st century, and that attitude and the mentality of some officers, because I can't say that it would be all, um, and just like this shit is it happened. Certain things happen, but the numbers on that, or is it about sensationalism when it comes to media and the type of things that they know they can emotionally charge black people in
They
particular?
can't. How can the
They
police
do all
protect the people that they're scared of? They can't.
right.
And they
But that's
and
assuming that they're all scared,
but
right?
that's the exact thing that they use when they're killing and murdering us and like locking us up illegally and not even giving us a fair chance by reading us our rights. They're using that. Oh, I fear for my life, and that's the reason it justifies whatever that they're doing to us
Well,
because
here's
they're scared of
yeah.
us. But at the same
Okay, so
time, let's also not forget we were also referred to once as one third of a human. We weren't even respected enough to even
yeah,
be put to the fucking declaration. Like when they sat down and wrote the motherfucking what is it? What is the is it the declaration?
yeah, the
Or
Declarations of
Emancipation
Independence,
Proclamation, you talking about?
not the Emancipation
the
Proclamation, but like
Declarations of Independence.
yes. When our forefathers sat down and wrote that, they had none of
Mhm.
us in mind. None of us. When they wrote that, they didn't write that for us. They wrote that for them to continue to control and pivot us and push us where we want to go. And if this country is so free and we're so all about equality and justice and all this and that, then let's go back to that fucking declaration and all those laws and all those provisions because none of them has anything to do with anybody. If you're not Caucasian, it has nothing to do with you. It is to
Well,
control a population of
I,
people, which is always done. So how
I,
can you make a law about me if I'm not sitting at the table? Or how can you
I
make a rule about me if your rule is to control me?
yeah, I think that. I mean, don't flatter
So where
yourself.
do
I
I
feel
where
like
do I
this
fit?
though, because
Where do I fit
no,
in on
what
that?
I'm saying is that I feel like this, man. This shit is more so about fucking class than anything. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, especially in a country like this, you either got it or you don't. There's levels to this shit. You're gonna be on a certain class, your family's on a certain class, they're gonna be affected a certain kind of way. I simplify it like that.
I'm sorry, what happened?
No, what I'm saying, this shit is about class to me.
It is about classism. It's about
Right, because
classism.
everybody, because we're the assumption is we got people in family that's in the hood or whatever, but everybody black ain't fucking on that. You know what I'm saying? Or the shit that they've been selling the niggas.
But
And the
also
shit
look
that
at the
niggas been
classism.
buying.
Classism benefits who? What population of people does it benefit
It's
the
the
most?
people that got fucking money.
It's not us.
And niggas don't have money. Hold on.
And why is that?
Niggas, no. I'm not affirming that. Because I know black people that do make money and got property and own things. Have historically for over, you know what I'm saying, for a number of fucking years. So we can't act like that's not a reality though, bro. And I'm not saying that, and you're not wrong, because that's a real shit that there's black people that are faced, you know what I'm saying, that we, whatever level it is though, bro, but it's on a class level in a lot of terms, because every black person ain't fucking struggling, or you know what I'm saying? Like the system ain't fucking working against them. I don't fucking inherently believe that. I understand. I mean that's what they're selling, but that ain't all. What man? We black excellence, nigga. How the fuck can you say king, queen, or we doing all these type of things and we ain't never seen successful black people or black people doing shit?
But
that
you know
don't
what?
happen here.
Yes. Yeah, it does happen. But at the same time, it's like it was never designed for us to be successful, and all the hurdles and hoops that we have to jump through just to get at the table. So when it's not an equal playing field.
But check it out, bro.
So
And
so
all of that, and all of that,
even when
and
it
I
comes,
don't disagree with you. I'm not disagreeing with any of it. But because of that, that's why I am fucking king, nigga. Because that shit don't matter to me. Because I'm still gonna get what the fuck I need to be or where I need to be, in spite of that shit. That
Right.
and how real it is. Not to sit there and shit on what you're saying because it's a very real thing. But I feel like it's all about approach. And I'm not finna bow down to them. Even the ones that think I ain't shit, or I'm a black motherfucker who ain't shit, or whatever the case may be, or they're better than me because they white, or whatever race they might be that's above us on the totem pole of racial equality, whatever that means. Nigga, I don't give a fuck about none of that, bro. Me personally. Because I'm not no fucking victim. If you trying to get in my way on any of this type of shit, man, I will fucking kill you. And that's as simple as it's gonna be. White person, black person, Asian person, Mexican motherfucker. I don't give a fuck what you are. I'm not no fucking victim. And I'm not gonna allow them to sell me that shit like I'm supposed to sit there and be. That's on my mind, bro. Remember, me and you had a conversation. You said, "There's black people who never fucking get ahead in this shit." Remember, we was talking about this shit though, because it seems so fucking, seems so depressing when you think about this shit, right? And we always talking about this type of thing or whatever. All they hold us, they do. We know what they do. We already know what they do.
Yeah,
we gonna keep on, but we gonna keep talking about what they do, or we gonna do what we need to do to get what the fuck we need to get. That's all I'm saying, bro. Fuck that. I say it in my rap song, nigga. I said we've been marching for 80 years, nigga, and we still same position, nigga. Oh, nigga, look at our situation, nigga. We was married more back in the 70s when we was coming up. We was last of a generation, nigga. Last of a fucking generation, man. This shit don't even happen no more like that.
I hear you. I'm plugging my phone in.
No,
but you're right.
No.
We can have this conversation many a times before, bro.
Yeah.
Many. And I'm not, and often, like, it's harder for people who don't, I don't want to say buy into the narrative, like, say whose name?
I don't know. I'm trying to, my mouse is acting funny and it's not. What the fuck? Oh, there we go. I don't know what I'm trying to get to the comments. It says Ray we need more officers like Pete Simpson from Benson. I agree with that. And I think that there are officers like that are
Pete
out there.
Simpson.
No, that's my boy. That's one of mine. I went to college with him, high school with him, grade school. I know his dad, sister, all of them. Good people. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm saying. Like, whatever. I mean, it
But do
it
you
is
think?
when it comes to defunding the police, because that's really what this whole thing was originally what we was talking about, man. It's like I don't believe in that. I believe in what whoever brought up the idea. I think Jaxx was reallocating the money to, better serve the police so that they can,
No, nigga, that was
be
me.
better.
That
Well,
was me,
both of you.
fam.
Okay, well, one of y'all said it. I'm not. I'm just saying I agree with that.
So I've been on here for 2 hours, and this nigga Jax just get on, and he's like, "Oh yeah, Jax said, okay."
He did
Security.
say reallocate. You said something else. It wasn't reallocate though, but that was the word I was looking for though.
I said what I
You
said.
hating ass nigga. I heard you my kid. I'm still here.
I was like, shit, man, I'm just trying to keep it 1 billion. Okay, so Don says, hold on.
She said,
but
"Say your
you
name,
right though.
say your name."
So whose name we supposed to be saying?
I know
Is
she
it
was really
Breonna?
talking about.
Is it Breonna Taylor? I didn't tag her in this video because
She talking about.
Holy shit! Oh
Had to
man.
pay these badass kids.
Hey,
Man, at least you get to see him. Shit.
Uh-oh. So I know you talked to Kaden, right?
Yeah, she was like, she called me. She was all huffed up and puffed up, crying. She was like, "I got the best gifts from you, Dad." I said, "Of course you did. Of course you did. That's my baby."
Right on. Shit, what about Margot?
I ain't seen her talk to her. Bro, I've been here 4 years. I have not seen my daughter or my daughter in 4 years.
Whoa.
Damn.
I literally, so anytime I call, go straight to voicemail. No, I can't leave a voicemail. She still got me blocked on I'm texting, emailing, no response. I swear to God, like a day before Thanksgiving. No, not even Thanksgiving. It was Christmas Eve, the eve of Christmas Eve, which would be Wednesday. Christmas Thursday or Friday. Called her from my homeboy phone.
Mm-hmm.
She picked up the phone. She said, "Hello." I said, "Ashley." Click, 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 click. So I
she
texted
answered.
like, "Hey, this is Emmanuel. I want to talk to my daughter." Block. So I call right back. There wasn't even 45 seconds between her hanging up and me texting and me calling her back, and that number was blocked.
Her block game serious.
Nigga.
Ooh,
So
nigga like Manu Bull in this motherfucker, man.
I'll tell you what.
Yeah, bro. Ain't nothing you can do about that, man. There's really nothing you can do.
That shit hurts. But hey, it ain't nothing I can do. I gotta wait for her to stop hating me and being mad at me so I can be involved in my daughter's life again. But
yeah, we covered this topic I think a week or two ago. Shit, yeah, man. I'm about men's rights.
yeah, I saw a snippet of your on Instagram, but even before I saw your snippet, I saw that clip of that guy and I commented on that thread because what happened, it was real. People go through that, and like, I don't condone what he did, but you push a man or you push a person so far and you play these little games with them, like,
oh, you talking about Ray J Black, the dude who killed his girlfriend? That's who you talking about, man?
Yeah, that's what y'all talking about too, right?
Yeah. We did him.
Yeah. But yeah, that shit is real. Like, if a man want to be involved in his kid's life, that's the best thing that child has, instead of trying to force somebody to be involved. And it's like, bro, you know what type of dad I am. I ran my own business for 14 years. I was a stay-home dad with my first daughter. I raised her. I took her to all my fucking Portland City Council meetings, Human Rights Commissioner meetings. She was right there with me. Dad of the year. My second daughter, raised her too.
And then all of a sudden, everything is just taken right from you.
Now daddy is gone. Like, both of them little bald head bitches. I moved both of them in my house. Neither one of y'all had no house. One bitch was sleeping on the couch.
It's because Ivory been saying this from the last show. He was like, when we was talking about that guy, Ray J
No, for
Black, who
real,
killed him, and he said, "Now, what if Emmanuel's hair wasn't right? He could be next."
bruh. You know what? My emotions wasn't right, and that's what I would have acted off of, because I understand exactly what that man did, and to me, he was very aware and alert. I don't know what his story is, but you're right. What if my head wasn't right? But fuck my head, nigga. My emotions, nigga.
Right.
To the point where if I talk about it long enough, I will tear up, and I don't give a fuck about that, just because
Right,
that's
right.
who I am. But like, my emotions are not right. And because I have stuff to live for, and because I still have to represent my family name, and because I still have things I want to do, I can't flip out. Because one, I'm not going back to prison. I'm definitely not doing that.
Right,
They got to beat out of me. I will never do that shit
He
again.
said, "I'm good, Gucci gang."
Ever, my nigga. I will off myself before I go do that shit. But yeah, my emotions ain't right. That is real shit. And then when it happened, he was crazy. You know, I knew something was going on. He was smoking and taking Adderall, and no.
Shit.
He was crazy about his kids. And y'all playing this whole dangle these little carrot in front of this man's
Right.
face and treat him like that. Like,
And then that nigga went and he did that.
yo, like
He
for
did
like
that.
I'm putting my bit. So when I was young, when I was in my early 30s, so like when me and my ex had separated, she would pick up our daughter and she would bring her boyfriend over. And I'm like, don't bring your man to my house. When you come to pick our daughter up, he don't need to be there.
Right.
And he would pop, he would be, and I'm just like, why are you, you playing? So you know what? I'm gonna beat this motherfucker's ass. And you know what I did? Ray though, because she picked my daughter. My daughter was at Ray house. And she come pulling up with this nigga again.
This nigga was locked in the car. He was locked in he locked himself in the car.
Bro.
God.
Did you think it's a game? Get your little bitch ass
No,
out the car.
no, because the nigga, remember we was playing golf, Tiger Woods. You had that Tiger Woods with you.
That nigga was in the car like this. Hands on my knees, hands on my knees, hands on my. But and I'm not even that type of person. Like I'm not rah finna do this, do that.
So
like,
he says he's not. Says the guy.
Look, says the guy who went to prison for armed robbery.
Beat his no. Says the guy who beat him up eventually though. That's what I was saying.
Yeah, I beat his ass because.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I was like, "Bitch, you next."
Okay, so yeah, I think we're gonna go ahead and reel it back just a little bit, ladies and gentlemen.
No, let's not reel it back.
Okay, well, fuck it then. The floor is yours, brother. Go ahead.
I'll get on the red light tonight.
Okay. Now I don't got nothing to do with this. I'm gonna definitely have to watch the internet after this.
But for real, like those things happens. Like it pulls emotions out of you that you never that you were buried, and it pulls things out of you that you never thought you would do. Yeah. And like, I don't ever want to be in that position. I don't ever want to wake up in that position again where I'm like, fuck, what did I do? I don't ever want to wake up in the back of a police car. I don't ever want to wake up in a black box being shackled 8 hours from here to Ontario, Oregon to do a fucking prison term of 4.5 fucking years on a bunch of motherfuckers who done snitched on me. I don't ever want to do that again. So I always have to take into account my life, my kids, my family. But also there's that other part of my brain where it's like, I don't give a fuck because you playing and you're going to push me to this edge. And then what? Well, he was cool. Yeah, he could sing, girl. Yeah, he was, but he was crazy. Yep. Because y'all did it to me. Man. But like I said, I don't condone it. I don't condone like violent, abusive behavior. But you definitely cannot push people into a box, and you can't poke the bear. You can't talk to people any kind of way and treat them any type of way and expect them to not have a reaction. You can't. Right. That's like I was working on city council. This motherfucker want to call me him and her. They call me a Uncle Tom and call me a what they say. They said I was an Uncle Tom and some little nigga or something from 2 black folks.
He said, bro, if you close your eyes, you may yourself just like that guy did, which goes to show you it can happen to any of us.
Any of us. And I am not exempt. And when
I
I
done
tell
been
you,
there.
yo,
Right, you know.
I know. It's the worst. I hate to see niggas go through that type of, at least men go through that type of thing, man, because that whole, I mean, like nigga be looking like
Ray,
he's smoking dope or some shit, dealing with this type shit,
Ray,
or
I'm
some shit.
gonna be hella. Not that I have to be being honest, but Ray, remember when I had dropped my daughter off? Remember when I was in Texas and I took my daughter back?
Mm-hmm.
And Jaxx, when I tell you, I had never in my life, even being called a nigger and beating up white boys or being chased by grown white men when I was like 6, 7, and 8. Like this nigga tried me so hard, bro, to the point where. So I'm dropping my daughter off. We in the airport. You know, my ex is there, and I'm like, "Bye, baby." And then I got her suitcase. The nigga want to come and grab the suitcase from me. So I was just like, "There you go." Mind you, I'm trying to give my daughter a hug, and he like, "Come on, let's go." Just doing a bunch of bitch shit, and it was to the point where I lost all control for a split second in the airport, and I was literally like, my eyes was on this nigga like this, and I was like, I will beat you. Like he got me out of my own comfort zone, and when I had never had to exercise so much strength in my life to not flip out, because I was going to go to jail in Harris County had I gotten to
Harris
fight in the airport.
County.
Yes, I know where I'm at, but he disrespected me verbally. And I don't really like, you can say whatever you want, really. You know, now I'm a little older, but it's like at that point, bro, to the point where like it was just to speed the story up, like I had lost it all in 4 seconds, and then I looked down, saw my daughter, had to recollect myself. I went to the bathroom, bro, in this airport. Nigga, when I say I was in there screaming and crying, bro, like talk about a pain, because you know how you can beat somebody's ass, or you know how you're not wrong, and somebody lying on you and you're not wrong, or I know I did, and you trying to play me, bro. When I called Ray, bro. I didn't have nobody to call. Like I didn't have nothing, nigga. Bro. Oh my God, I can still like feel it now. Like my heart was just like boom.
It's like, so if you would have had a weapon or something like that, it would have been a wrap for dude.
I don't need that weapon. Because
no, I mean, well, no, but what I'm saying is though, I mean, I hear what you're saying, but I'm just saying. So, say if you had like a weapon, do you think that would have been like it would have
been over? It would have been over for me and everybody, because I lost it, and from the outside, watching myself from the outside, I was just like, yeah, bro, you was finna lose it all over again, and just lose everything. And I remember, bro, I called you, nigga. I couldn't even breathe. I have anxiety attacks. I take lorazepam because I have anxiety attacks. Where it was just like,
shit, I
was so
I need some of them motherfuckers.
Woo. I was hot because I know you're not that type of dude. So, said all that to say, thank God for strength. Thank God for growth, because even in that moment, I wasn't thinking about God, but it just goes to show you, like, stop playing with people, and you can't say and treat anybody any type of way. You can't. I mean, you can,
right,
but you can't cry about what happens after that. I can't fucking throw a glass on the ground and then walk over the ground and be like, "Oh, I got cut, nigga. You threw the whole glass on the ground. That's why your feet got cut." Like you
shit. Yeah, no, man. That's
y'all got to pay me for this.
Yeah, no, that was deep, bro. Because like last week, we had a couple of comics on, and that was the story that we covered that for that week, and it was like Don and Ivory was more on. Surprisingly, they were more so like on your side of things. We was like, this nigga's a piece of shit. me and,
No, that nigga,
you know,
he was a regular
no,
person.
right. And so then, you know, we was like, you know, but they was like, they was bringing it out, and I was just like, you know, at the end of the segment, I was like, so it looks like Ray J Black had some supporters. You know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
mean,
but
yeah,
not to be funny though, bro. But it's just that's an honest perspective, bro. I appreciate that.
it is. Because
But
look,
it's
look,
just go
he
ahead.
was probably a regular brother. I mean, I'm a regular
He
person,
was a nurse. He was an anesthesiologist. I think is that did I say that right? But
anesthesiologist. Yeah,
yeah, he worked for he had you know had a decent career, and both of his bitches was excuse me, women were were nurses.
and poof, it could all be gone just like that.
Hey, bro, he said I just shot my baby mama, yo. Feel like a dream. That nigga, that shit shook me to my core when he said,
Hey, when I saw him say, "Oh, there
"Oh
she
my
go right
god."
there," I said,
Oh,
"Oh
my
yeah,
ex. Well, he said, "Oh, there's my ex. Well, now, oh, today's the day."
yep, today is your day." That's sad, bro, but that's real. How many people actually go through that who don't have no outlet, who may have a mental illness, and even if you don't have a mental illness, because I don't got no mental illness, but nigga, I felt crazy.
Well, we talked about that on the show, and one of the things is you know because like in one of the news reports, the lady I think the ex-wife had filed police reports trying to get restraining orders against him because he was violent. She was scared, terrified of the guy, and she didn't get it. They denied her the restraining order and ended up dead. You know?
But again, like I said, I'm still interested in the know as to why they weren't granting me, especially because I mean, let's be honest.
It's because of what you guys said before, bro. I think it's because of what you guys said before. Maybe it was a lot of shit that wasn't what it was. You know what I'm saying? I mean, maybe and so maybe it got to a point that where they was hearing from them so much that we're okay, we not bitch, you've been telling us this and that or whatever, we not coming. But on this time, he was really about that action. So I
Yeah,
mean, that's what I think maybe it was. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But
like when you
that's the
think
only thing to try to make sense out of the thing, you know.
that's that. I mean, I'm saying, like I said again, I'm not justifying anything, but I just know, like, even when a nigga or whatever, when you in school and you talking shit in the classroom because you think the teacher can save you, you know what I'm saying? And it's that day where you know what I'm saying, I'm finna go outside your motherfucking jaw with the teacher right there, like she can't save you from keep on fucking with me. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And it could have been one of them situations like, if you call who you want to call, they better get here in time.
because I'm rocking your shit up.
Oh, and so Irie says I can recall all the bullshit I went through, bro. I raised a kid for almost 7 years and found out that wasn't mine. These women aren't always innocent.
Yeah. Mike could call me, what's his name? Ray J. Call me Ray J.
Ray J Black, yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
going Ray J. Oh, God,
Hey,
ain't
bro.
no
Man.
and my partner went through that shit. You know, the baby wasn't that old, but like 3 or 4, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, just imagine the bond, especially if you were an active father, the bond you develop, bro. And it's a head that just ripped from you, like,
Bro,
yeah.
that's not cool. And then,
Yeah.
and not to say where's my compensation, but how are you gonna compensate this man? This 7 years, what are y'all gonna do to make it right?
You can't, or there's motherfuckers
And you don't, and you, it's just a gift. It's just a gift.
I mean, yeah, it's a gift, but at the end of the day, like,
No.
here I am.
No. I'm saying I'm being facetious when I say that, bro. Like, so if you are to go and try to retrieve anything that you've invested, you know, based on a lie, you know what I'm saying? You can't get it back. I guess really is what it
Yeah.
boils down to. I think,
Not
and I
even
think that's fucked up. I think that's fucked up.
And
I
where's
think that's
the
fucked up.
justice for those fathers? Where's the justice?
But there's
for
none.
Those?
There is none. There is
There
none.
never has been.
There is none. And
You
in
know why? 'Cause
situations like
we
that,
take it and
but
we keep going.
I mean, in situations like that, you have to. The law has to be fucking harsh about that shit to deter any idea of doing something like that.
Yeah, they do. They do.
Period, bro. You know, and in DNA testing, we talked about this a few weeks ago, but I believe that it should be on the birth. It should be a part of the whole process of birth. If if the child's being birthed inside of a hospital, any type of medical facility, that in terms of birth, there should be a DNA test done
I would
you know,
agree with
to,
that, especially
to
because
solidify
like
that,
the
you
woman
know,
lied. What if something happens to the baby medically? You know what I'm saying?
right,
And
right.
the baby needs something from the father, and he ain't no match in no way, shape, or fashion because he ain't the daddy.
That's
So,
trash.
he says, Ray, you're 100% correct. After over 30K, the court said it was a gift. So kick rocks.
That's trash at its
Mm.
finest.
But if he was the daddy and he was 30K in the rear, they are running.
They get license gone,
Yep.
gone, in jail. You're working, you know,
You can't
who
even
knows,
fish.
working under the table,
That's
struggling,
why when I tell you it is
struggling.
so real.
Can't even have a car, bro. You on the max and shit, living in a blue tent.
You can't even get a passport because after 2,800 or 2,500 that you owe
Oh yeah,
to
you can't
child
leave the
support
country. You're not going anywhere. You can't
You're not
go
going
anywhere.
anywhere, bro.
You're in the
You're not.
country.
No fishing, no passport, no none of that shit.
And you
Nothing.
will get arrested
Nothing.
if you happen to be a passenger in a car and you owe rears. They will pull your ass out that car and pick you up. It happened to my homeboy.
You are ruined once they get their hands on your motherfucking ass and you
It's a gift.
in the
That ain't
rear,
cool.
bro. And if you ain't well to do, nigga, like you don't care about how you living. Like for the men that's out there that's doing their shit and still deal with that shit, they surviving before the fact of the matter that they got decent jobs or they have discipline and that's they about their shit. Before these brothers, they're really trying to figure it out. They still kind of like bombing and weaving and shit. These motherfuckers is getting behind the 8 ball. You know what I mean with these motherfuckers, bro? Because even though we talk about this, and I know we've been talking about this shit for years, there has still been no significant changes that I've heard of, and I could be educated on this that really affects these type of situations because it's simple. DNA's automatic.
You know what? Maybe that's the next movement. Maybe that really is the next movement. Like when somebody said reinventing yourself to this COVID thing, that's the answer right there. If not individually, collectively. If we all bring our own male experiences and we all just sit here and have stories, and I ain't talked to y'all niggas in
it's been a while.
Several months. It's been a while. This is the first time I've seen both of y'all in like maybe a year.
Yeah.
And if we can come to the table and talk about this and we all have similar shared experiences and we all go through the same shit and see it and hurt behind it and lose money behind it and raise kids that are not ours, and there's no justification or there's no reciprocity.
Right.
Where's the justice in that?
Because it's like we're talking about it, but how many people really even kind of think about this shit and even talk about this? Now I know of some outlets that do, but really, you'd have to look through the weeds to find it though. But it's like there's no advocacy. I mean, and I'm just talking about being fair. I'm just talking about fairness. I'm not talking about fucking nobody over on either side. I'm just saying that it's just so tilted to the wrong. I mean, I ain't say the wrong side, but to the left side. I get taking care of the kid, making sure the kid has resources. But for the man, he's penalized. It's like it's a punitive thing for him. So he's financially fucked off and he risks going to jail and even prison time and can't travel. And if we talking Constitution and being American citizens, his rights are actually limited.
Right.
If you're caught up in the situation. And so is he really getting the full guarantees of an American citizen at that point?
Say you the daddy. They ain't even gonna prove you the daddy. If they say you the daddy and you fuck around and miss that court date or whatever, by default, you the daddy and ain't nothing you can do about it.
Yep. And then
nigga, checks garnished right away.
Oh
nigga, that trip you was about to take, gone. Nah,
bro. They garnish my checks out here. My checks, wherever you work, wherever you go,
they gonna get
that social in. They're gonna get that money.
Yep.
And I
be better off selling dope.
But it's like, for real. That's why I started a company. That's why I started not the Scafe, but that's why I started my company out here because I can work 1099 contract and contract myself out through price consulting. Because anytime I get a job, if I make 800, if I bring home 1,800 a week, I'm gonna be bringing home about 300 a week, because they're taking my money.
Right.
They're garnishing my checks, like for real.
Right. So they at you.
So it's like it's not that I don't want to pay it. Like let me pay it. Like I have bills. Like it's really not cool. It's not cool. And I hate to even put myself out there and say that I had to go around about way to survive, but it's true. I have to.
Yeah.
Nigga, DC is not cheap, my nigga.
All right. So it says he agrees
Life
that
ain't.
DNA test should be mandatory without no question. Why do you think children need $800 a month? Are the moms buying flat screen
No,
TVs
they
every
need
month?
more than that, depending on how much you make.
No,
Yeah,
I'm so
that's
glad my
right.
daughter is of age to where I
Yeah,
can talk to her and figure out
if
what
you're a
she
millionaire,
Mhm.
nigga, they gonna need a lot more than that because they have to live the same lifestyle that you lead, essentially, which is some bullshit. Like, okay, well, my kids gonna live this lifestyle over here, and when you know what I'm saying, they gonna still live nice. Don't get me wrong, but she not entitled to everything that I have. You know what I'm saying?
Listen,
Like,
No,
bro.
it's not.
That bit. So I think that the problem in lies is that where they automatically go with the moms, though. But I think that, I mean, as problematic as it is, I think that they should get the edge on that. They birth them, but I also
Bro,
feel like that if they choose to keep the children, it's their choice, and I agree with that. I think that financially they on the hook. Now, morally, if you a dude that got yourself in a situation like that, I wouldn't agree that you not take care of your fucking kid, that you're still a piece of shit to me. But,
absolutely. Oh, and
but,
nobody advocating not take care of
but
their kids. Not at
if a
all.
motherfucker, if y'all making a mistake, they say it take two to tango. Well, I mean, I get that. But both y'all in there making a mistake though, and he like, it's not what I want. Because when she say that's not what I want, that's what's gonna happen. But if he
yeah,
says it and she's on the opposite side of that,
Yeah,
then
he
you
should
know
have
what
thought
it
about it
is.
before he laid
And so
down.
then, right, he should have thought about it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, she should have thought about it too, but she ultimately makes the choice. So then you're on the hook for all of that.
yeah, you're
All
gonna
that.
stay on the hook until you pay it off. Like because I didn't show up to court, they had me paying $455 a month in child support because I didn't show up to court.
Yeah.
It,
That
it
that
racked
was
up,
probably
stacked up.
what they was gonna toss at you at first. And
Hey,
then
Ray
but you
Ray,
didn't show up. They hit
do
you.
you remember? Do you remember this conversation when I told you it was me and my first baby's mom when I was in the rears like $8,800 something dollars, and
Mhm.
I said the judge said she's gonna reverse it. Ray was like, no, she not. They was like, they don't do that. And remember they did it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
8,800 child support, back child support, because
Mhm.
the way in which she went about it was foul. She lied to the
Right.
court. She was doing all this little stuff and just demeaning my character and just all this. And here I am
Mhm.
trying to pay this $455 a month, but for whatever reason, it racked up over years. It was $8,890 something dollars. And everybody was like, yeah, bro, you might as well
Ooh.
go on and pay it. And I'm like, I'm not paying that. But
Ooh-wee.
I didn't end up having to pay it because the judge was like, nope, he's not paying this because he wasn't even making no money when you tried to railroad him into telling me and making me believe that he's a deadbeat and this, that, and the third. And she was like, nope, dismissed it
I
all.
mean, yeah, you gotta break because a lot of motherfuckers, they don't care about none of that. They don't care if you work at McDonald's 20 hours a week. They ain't
We
got
getting all that. We getting all that.
Yep.
they ain't got nothing to do with them.
Yeah, but it also, you definitely do have to show up to like
Absolutely, you gotta do that.
it's
Or it's on you.
it's trash. It's just the whole system, bro. It really is trash. Because I
Yeah,
don't
no,
want to
they
be out here
getting
with my kid. You think I'm gonna have like I'm not no nigga where I just be out here making kids and just, oh yeah, let me go live in South Africa for a year. Like, no, I love my kids, but I'm not gonna be miserable or unhappy. Like if you sitting around keeping my kid from me, bitch, I'm not gonna sit there and wait for you to get together.
But I
Boo
feel
bitch.
like
Bye.
but I feel like if they doing that, then you shouldn't. I mean, why should you be on the hook financially, and then she can tell you if you can see the kids or not?
That's why I said I'm not giving
I mean, unless
unless
you're some kind of danger to the kid or something like that.
Mhm.
Why is that even a possibility? Even
I'm not
why
giving
is
you
that
any
even
time.
allowed? I mean, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying. At any given time, she can shut it down. You know what I
Any
mean?
given
Now,
time.
I mean, only in a situation where the other parent is a threat, I feel like that should be considered. But if that's not the case, then how is it that you can be financially destroyed or be on the hook? Morally, we know we're supposed to take care of that, but it's still over your head.
Mhm.
And she don't have nothing on her. You know what I'm
Nothing.
saying? It's like if she gets
It, it,
services, the services that bills gets passed to you. I
Absolutely.
think I
it
think
will
that if
never.
go ahead.
It will always it will always be in favor of the mother in any custody battle, unless you can prove for a shadow of a doubt like she's just a banged out crack whore. But for the most part, it's always going to favor the mother.
But see, what's messed up is that you actually have to prove that and go through so many things to prove that. As far as, but with a man, like I've had women, you know what I'm saying? I mean, luckily, you know what I'm saying, I haven't experienced a lot of that shit as far as child support or having my kids held away from me. Luckily, I've never experienced any of that. But at the same time, I mean, I've seen it, you know what I'm saying? I have had situations where motherfuckers trying to control certain shit and I wasn't with it, you know what I'm saying? But it's just like, I've had advice even from women, like, you know, when they seen certain shit going a certain way, like, hey man, make sure you're keeping all your receipts. Make sure you're like, why the fuck should I have to? Every time I buy something, a fry for my child, I have to keep a receipt to prove I brought them some fries. Like, that's retarded as fuck.
Like you said, you buy your kids some clothes and food, the amount of $600 in January, so you're going to buy the same shit in February.
Yeah, you shouldn't have to keep receipts, but unfortunately, the old heads used to tell me the same thing. I'm like, I'm not doing that but
I'll be right back.
Because anytime they get mad,
they can say you ain't done shit. That's crazy.
The cart. I'm like, for example, to the fact where this brother talking about buying your kids clothes and food and shoes in January, blah blah blah. Every summer I would get my daughter, like once the custody case was, you know, settled, she would come home for the summer. We would do alternate holidays. She would send my daughter to Portland when I lived there with a week's worth of outfits. Just assuming, you know, I got it, which one I'm gonna, if I don't got it, I'm gonna get it. But at the same time, you sitting her here with this, and then all the shit that I buy her and send back with her, I'll talk to her the first day of school, she ain't wearing her shoes. Her mama didn't like the New Balances I bought her. The Jordans that I bought her were fake. The backpack I bought her didn't go with her outfit. So it's like, bitch, what am I? Like, I'm not spending money just for fun. You made a choice to send her here with nothing. And then you don't like the clothes that I pick out for her, or you don't like my taste and it doesn't suit your needs. It doesn't taste good on your palate. So you just throwing away all the stuff we get her for Christmas and her birthday and like.
But the only person that suffers is that child, and the fuck your taste is it the child's taste.
Bro,
I'm gonna tell you right now, everybody know I ain't never been hurting or none of that shit. But I bet you what, when my kids was young or whatever, you know what I'm saying? If they went and seen some Jordans and they seen some light up shoes and they wanted the light up shoes, we're getting some fucking light up shoes.
Whatever you want, you got. Whatever.
It is what it is.
Whatever you want. And it's unfortunately it really happens like that. We spend all this money on the kids and then whatever the kids have and take back, they don't get to access it or use it. Like, bro.
All that shit gonna be about the parents trying to have status and say, oh, my baby stayed dipped in this and my baby it'd be for show. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing wrong with spoiling your kids and spoiling your kids. Make it about your kids.
Yeah, I don't subscribe to that anymore. That's why I'm glad my daughter is old enough to where I was just telling Ray before you came on, she called me like crying, like, Dad, thank you. I got the best gifts from you. And I was like, of course, baby, like I got you. You know, and she still wants this virtual reality thing, which I know nothing about, which is $300. I was like, what is it? Like, and I'm gonna get it for her. But it's not for me to show her and her new husband that I can. It's for her. It's for my daughter.
Right.
But at the same time, like, right. When I get her that, let her ask. Say it again.
I said, when my kids came to open their gifts or whatever, they called him and I was like, yeah, he got us the stuff that we wanted. Like, because I asked them, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to get, you know what I'm saying, some shit just to show up and take pictures and say I did this. I'm going to ask you what you want.
What do you want? And I'm going to get it. She said, oh, I want a laptop and a VR Oculus. I didn't even know what a VR was, bro.
Did I get you what you want to sugar, baby?
I'm 2 weeks in knowing what a VR is, but I got it for her. She loves it.
And that VR is crazy, bro. That what's it on the PlayStation?
I don't even know. It's just I know
that shit puts you in the game. Like
it costs $329.
The barrier between you and the TV, or you like the boxing game, you will fuck around and go sock the whole TV out.
Oh, y'all seen somebody on Instagram like running
the game, bro. That shit crazy. I got one for my kids. I said, see, fuck that, bro.
Action Jackson having receipts from when they was buying
like that shit stupid.
And I thought close from it, 1997. He's now 24.
What happened to email?
He tapped out. He probably back in.
Hey.
Yep. There you go.
My bad.
You good? Yeah.
That's crazy. Yes.
Yep. And yes, you know what? To whoever that said that, because of that, I keep a journal now. Like I keep a journal and I write. I'm gonna. Well, I don't want to give all my tips out, but I keep a journal of what I keep a journal. Like I keep the receipts, but also screenshot emails that I send to my daughter's mom, but also keep a journal that I write to my daughter, like letters like, hey, on this day, I thought about you. On this day, I went and got ice cream, and I remember we did woo, 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 woo. So when she gets 18, or when she gets 12 and 13, and she can have more of a conceptual understanding, like what relationships is, I can say, baby, for the last 6 years that I was not around, the last 8 years, this is what I've been doing. These are the receipts and things that I've been keeping because I didn't want to leave you. I just wasn't allowed to be around you.
So fuck that, bro. A nigga ain't got time for that. Like a nigga.
You gotta. It's unfortunate you have to wait for them to be a certain age in order to rock with you. You know what I mean? You have to allow them to be able to know, on their
because
own.
The mama mad.
Yeah.
Hold on real quick. I got a little young bitch. I'm finna go see in a minute, y'all. So.
Or to see what her password is.
She just left you a message?
Yeah.
You gotta go nowhere. You tapped out?
Nah, he's what I be doing when y'all walk away, I just take you off.
Let's bring it off. Right. Got you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. Don was one of the main ones. Don used to be on my ass. Nigga, she used to be on my ass. Like, nigga, you better keep your receipts. You better document. You better. And I'm like, man, like, I shouldn't have to do that shit.
But exactly, though. Bro, I got all my shit, bro. I look back, I can't even believe that I did it, though. All my shit. Every single thing, bro. Every fucking thing. You got to do it.
Yes.
And you know what? You ain't gonna never need to lean on it more than likely. But
right, yeah, because I have anybody that see me, as soon as you see me, anybody that see me, first thing y'all say is, nigga, where the kids? Because you know, if you see me, you see them. So that's why I'm like, all right, man, I ain't no way in hell I should have to do it. Like, they with me.
Yeah. Right, because a lot of dudes don't have their kids as much as you do. Like, it's 50-50 split on time, at least as far as I know. So,
Yeah, bro, fuck that. All right. What's that snow look like over there?
Over here?
Yeah.
Oh, it's all melted. I mean, it snowed again. My car got a little bit of snow back on it, but I had took all of it off. But it's regular.
See, I'm cool with that. Just say regular. I just ain't got time.
Yeah, all of your windows are frosted.
My windows are frosted, baby. Yeah, I ain't got time for the ice, bro.
Yeah, I don't fuck with the ice. It's just those patches. Yeah, and it's gonna be patches, so you gotta be careful.
Lardo, close the door, baby.
No, there's no ice.
Oh, smacking in people's ears and all some more shit.
I'm talking to y'all niggas for 3 hours.
Won't you and your brother?
My consulting fees are $125 an hour.
Oh, wait a minute. Bill me, is there a breakdown in payments?
No. This is $125 an hour, sir. You can Venmo, Cash App, Zelle.
All right, I'll have my assistant make sure she get on that.
Oh, no worries. I'll definitely send you a bill, sir.
Okay. This it.
Fat, just fat.
Yeah. This is fire.
I'm gonna try to come down there.
Put
Puerto
it
Blanco.
sideways.
Maybe January or February.
Roll it up.
Yeah, man.
Right.
I'm on throw, mate.
Roll it.
We're down here, man.
14.
Shit look the same. It's probably a couple more blue tents, though. You know, Blue City. This is Blue City, nigga. I'm calling
What's up,
Portland.
cuz?
No,
What's
no,
up?
not that kind of Blue City. I'm talking about Blue Tent City. This Blue City, man.
What's up?
Shout out to the Crips, though. You know.
How old is that?
Yo, they be banging out here. My
Yeah,
old,
Banging's everywhere, bro.
Nigga,
It don't
it
even
was-
surprise me no more.
they was cripping out where I used to live in Maryland. I was like, y'all don't know nothing about no goddamn cripping and blood.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
But I was like, okay, it's the young. I said, I'm like, first of all,
Yeah, they do.
I don't look. Let me hold the mirror up to my face. I don't know anything about no cripping, no blood.
Them niggas was. As soon as a nigga get killed, nigga, it's over.
You know, as soon as a nigga get killed, we memorialize him, talk about how good he was. No, that nigga was a terrorist.
Mhm.
That's what he was.
Urban terrorist.
Yeah, nigga, I be wanting to, you know what I'm saying? I ain't no, I'm PTL bound. You know what I'm saying? My kids is here, so ain't no cutting out for me. You know what I'm saying? We ain't all a unit. I done thought about it a couple times. You know what I'm saying? Busting a move, but I'm PTL bound around this bitch.
Yeah, man. Shit. I'm finna eat this roast. John brought me some of her roast, and she brought me this whippy.
Yesterday, talking about her damn roast.
Nigga, well, I got some of it, and nigga, I'm getting ready to go in. And I got the sweet potato pie, and I know you're really supposed to be eating that shit, but I'm finna have me a nice slice. So what's the thumbs down for?
Man,
You don't fuck with it?
I got this fruit pie though. This man with the mixed berries.
You don't eat sweet potato though?
I'll eat some yam, a little bit of yams with my Thanksgiving food or something like that. Before I just eat this fucking realm though.
Oh man,
You got your teeth in? Come here. Come here real quick.
No.
What your weak ass scared of? Come here. Come here. Turn around, come here. Look at his dumb ass, right? Come here.
No.
Look at how scared. Come here.
what is those?
He got his grill and he got his chains on. This nigga's nuts, bro.
Hey, that's like, man, them kids crack me up with that. Devin got a whole situation going
Bro,
on.
his
I know.
whole Christmas list was ice everything. He wanted grill. He wanted 4 chains. He wanted an iced out belt. This nigga wanted iced out everything.
So he wanted the uniform.
Oh yeah, he wanted the whole rap uniform on everything. This nigga think he the fourth Migo. If he don't take him out, he got a money. You see, we at home and he here with his grill and his chains on. Like he's nuts, bro.
Well, he's trying to get used to
Let that baby
life.
eat.
Yeah.
Nuts.
Fellas,
Man, this little girl that left outside, left my door open, man. And these damn kids, bro.
I'm about to go slide to this little entanglement.
Okay. Well, you tell Jada I pick it. I said hi, and stay out of entanglements, nigga.
Thank you for that. Wait, what did you say?
Huh?
I was saying thank you
What's
for that
up with
comment. Yeah,
Be careful.
matter of fact, because of these brothers here, because of you, I was able to open up and feel comfortable and like share my story. And
Right,
hearing
I
y'all talk
appreciate
about it,
Mhm.
it's more common than we think. And
Yeah.
that's where the power is, really.
Mhm.
This is what I needed. I needed this 10 years ago when I was going through my shit. So to be honest, like y'all gonna lit a fire under my ass because I really feel like, nigga, I will create a whole new nonprofit and we can get all this money. And you know who's gonna be at the table? Us four.
Yeah, that's right here. I'm with it. But
For
man,
Well,
brother,
you know I'll do it. You know
I know you got the skills, bro. But I mean, I appreciate you, man, coming on to share, man, last minute and all of that. Jaxx finally showing up after he wake up from his beauty sleep.
Man.
But man, we'll get together soon and do it again, man. I'm trying to stay consistent with it, man. It's like whatever we got on the mind, man, and or whatever is out there that we want to talk about. We share our opinions and stuff, and that's what we're doing. Like we've been doing. Ain't nothing new. We've been doing this shit, so this is what we do.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Well, shit, I want to thank everybody who joined us for the PDXDOPE Live Sunday edition, man. We're going to probably kick this up and start doing a little bit more. Those of you that regularly fuck with us, PDXDOPE Live Friday, 8:45 p.m. every Friday, 11:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We got it going up, though. So, anyway, we out of here.
Send me the next link for the next one. Where can I find this one at?
This is on YouTube, so you just go to the YouTube channel. I'll send you the link after it's done, or after I close out the podcast. I'm finna do the credits though. All right, y'all, be easy.
I'm right here. I ain't going nowhere. Got something to dance to for players and squares. Drugs and booze we share. The smell of weed, smoke, and sex in the air. Come and play with me if you dare. It's hotter than Hell's Kitchen, women everywhere. We living it up until the clock stop. Rockin' hip hop, we go hard to the last shot. Or my body drop, playing it in the box.
Alright, let me get something clear up top. Get busy,